Virginia. PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CD for details.
Dancing with the Ducks Season 5 is on the schedule for People's Bank Theater October 23rd. A new cast of doctors including Derek Howe, Vicky Wood, Heather McCarter, Katrina Barnes, Jonna Whitehall, Marilyn Pasquarelli, Jessica Kidd, and Emmett Lawton. These docs and their accomplished dance partners are brewing up a Halloween-themed spectacular. October 23rd is the date for this most anticipated event. It's sure to be a sellout, so get your tickets now at the People's Bank Theater website.
Welcome back to the pregame here on WMOA from River High School. Aaron Cassidy alongside Jason Shobe. And Coach, let's get right into things. Last week, not the way you guys wanted it to go. However, I know that you and I talked throughout the week some learning lessons that you guys were able to take and move into this week. So this week of practice and everything that you learned last week, how do you feel about going into this week against River?
I'll tell you, it was a different setup playing a team like New Philly week one. And I said it with Push, I think, on Saturday. But you start off, in the past, we've played some teams that have given us a false sense of security almost. And it's playing against a team like New Philadelphia really exposes what you need to work on. So we got after it this week in practice. We worked on physicality, effort, ball security, because those things make a difference. And we're hopeful that carries over to this week. And we were able to make a lot of progress and some strides from last week to this week.
You take a look at a school like River. They had a tough game last week and a kind of a rivalry game, if you will, that they have as well. What are some of the things that when you looked at them offensively and defensively that jumped off the film on you?
They sort of actually remind me of like a Williamstown type of team, a smaller school that's very well coached, disciplined. They're different as far as schemes go. They run a more of a spread look and they throw the ball around a little more. And then defensively, they run some very unique fronts and blitzes and stunts to try to cause problems for the offense and break their traditional blocking scheme. So we went through that this week, and we went through it, and they might throw something else at us on Friday. But we're pretty comfortable with where we're at. Kids did a good job picking up the new stuff, and hopefully it translates Friday.
Aaron Cassidy with Jason Shobe here on the pregame at River High School kickoff. Right around the corner, Coach, taking a look. You guys had a lot of, it was funny, Billy and I were talking last week and saying a lot of younger players had an opportunity to play. Well, there's no other option, right? Like you have a lot of young players on the team. You guys are a very, very young team, but you had to be proud of the Tyler Gerbers and those type of kids that really had their first varsity start. And again, it didn't go the way you want, but I know one thing that you were proud of is they did not give up that whole game and they played hard.
You're exactly right. And we're starting 9 sophomores and a freshman. So we are a young team and they're a little inexperienced with that stuff, but we still have some good kids and they're working hard. And both the seniors all the way down to the freshmen have really bought in and they're working hard and doing what they need to do. And probably the most telling thing about that was Saturday morning. I pulled in about 2 hours before film and there were a couple kids sitting in the car and they said, we talked about it. We want to be there about 45 minutes before the coaches get here even, just to prove the point that we're still committed and we're still bought in. So that speaks highly of the kids' character. And when kids have that mindset and that attitude, you want to do anything you can to try to help them win.
That's definitely a very positive thing and good to see. Final question for Coach Shobe here, Coach. You said that River does some unique things. What are a couple of keys to the game for you guys tonight to be successful?
I think offensively, it's being patient with what we do. They run a lot of stunts and blitzes and unique fronts, and they're going to catch us sometimes, I think. But I think the key is being patient with it. If they catch us, just come back next play and don't panic as much and hold on to the ball, obviously. And then defensively, I think it goes back down to effort. We have 11 halves to the football. You can tell a big difference in the scrimmages in the one game we've had. We have 11 halves to the football flying around, punch people in the mouth. We've been pretty good. But then if we go through the motions a little bit, get a little complacent, we're not quite as dominant defensively. So I think just effort and physicality defensively are going to be the keys.
Coach, thanks for taking a few minutes with us. Good luck tonight.
Hey, thanks so much. Appreciate it, Aaron.
The head coach of the Marietta Tigers, Jason Shobe. When we come back on the other side, starting lineups, kickoff, and more, you're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
You expect to be there for them all the way. So you expect to see world-class doctors close to home. Memorial Health System's new cancer center is now open in Belpre with comprehensive care. Plus, the area's only CyberKnife for non-invasive treatments. So you can expect a lot more joy together. Memorial Health System. Expect more.
For more than 100 years, the name Broughton has been synonymous with fresh, nutritious, great-tasting, high-quality dairy products. Now as Prairie Farms Marietta, the promise continues. Farmer-owned Prairie Farms is committed to animal care, committed to sustainability, committed to the local economies it serves, and committed to the good, hardworking folks it employs, producing high-quality products and providing fresh, safe, and nutritious milk to you and your family. Prairie Farms Marietta. Drink it up.
Perry & Associates CPAs knows your business, and they know business taxes. They take the hassle out of your business accounting. Perry & Associates, where professional accountants are solving complex tax problems. They are distinctive in their services and dedicated to you paying the least amount of taxes legally possible. Call Perry & Associates today with 5 convenient locations in Marietta, Vienna, Cambridge, St. Clairsville, and Wheeling.
Keep your engine clean and running smoothly with Pennzoil Motor Oil from Apex True Value. Shop now and get 1 quart for only $3.99. Choose from 5W20, 5W30, 10W40, and 10W30 oil. Each is specifically formulated for new lighter tolerance engines and fortified with active cleansing agents to continuously prevent dirt and contaminants from turning into performance-robbing deposits. Hurry over for these bargains of the month and other automotive products while supplies last at Apex True Value.
Just about 5 minutes from kickoff here from River High School, Hannibal, Ohio. Aaron Cassidy, Bill Park. So glad that you're joining us wherever you may be. Our pregame brought to you by Stewart Photography on Glendale Road in Marietta. Mark and Karen say, "Go Tigers." Stewart Photography has been capturing the traditions and the students of Marietta High School for many years. This is a chance to thank the many students and parents for trusting Stewart Photography and root on our Tigers. Stewart Photography, call 374-4564. And Bill, let's take a look right now at River, a team that played Bel Air last week. They got in a game that was very similar to Marietta, got away from them, but a team that's young like Marietta, and like Coach Shope said, they showed some positives coming into the game.
Yeah, as you hear, these Marietta Tiger fans traveled well up here to Hannibal, clapping for these Tigers coming in. But Aaron, as far as what we have here from River, it's going to be a very similar team to what we see with the Tigers. Very young. I think there's only 6 seniors on their roster. So they're trying to figure things out, still trying to get those varsity reps as well. So it's going to be interesting. We'll see early on in the season here. Things are always a little different, knocking off the cobwebs still. And guess what? It's still summer because it's hot.
Beautiful night for football. A little warm. Bill and I chose to sit outside tonight amongst the friendly crowd of Marietta. So you'll hear the crowd when you hear positive things. You'll hear the crowd go hopefully wild for the Tigers tonight as we are on Marietta sideline. Speaking of a sideline, not a very big sideline, maybe 3 feet for these players between the field and the sideline. So it'll be interesting as this game goes on. As Marietta has made their way out on the field, River on their way out to the field. We're going to take a quick timeout, take a look at the Marietta Tigers. When we come back, kickoff right around the corner. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Marietta McDonald's wants to take an opportunity to thank all the students who spent part of their summer behind the counter, on the drive-thru crew, or cooking up the goods at my McDonald's. Good luck getting back to the books. And for those of you keeping a shift, we know school comes first. As for those of you not in school, if you want to work at a great place, may I suggest applying at Marietta McDonald's. Also, when it's time to thank someone, remember, McDonald's Arch Cards never expire. And every day, choose from our $1, $2, and $3 menus. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
People's Bank is proud to be headquartered in the Mid-Ohio Valley, and we're committed to making our community the best it can be. This is Danielle Bruni, branch manager of Putnam Street in Marietta. At People's Bank, we have hundreds of associates that live and work right here in this community. With over 10 locations, we're right around the corner from you. We're also grateful to all the Clutch MOV voters that selected People's Bank as the best financial institution in the Mid-Ohio Valley. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
Prairie Farms Marietta, formerly Broughton Foods, brings a whole new meaning to the term best in class. Proud to be a contributing business in the Mid-Ohio Valley, the Prairie Farms family works hard to provide high-quality dairy products and knows that the hardworking folks of this area deserve nothing but the best. The thought and care that goes into the farm-to-table journey has paid off for Prairie Farms with 31 awards at the World Dairy Expo. No preservatives, no artificial growth hormones. Prairie Farms Marietta, simply the best in class.
Back here from River, Aaron Cassidy, Bill Park. So glad that you're joining us on a beautiful night for high school football. Friday night, week number 2. Marietta taking on the River Pilots. And Bill, let's take a look at the Marietta Tigers. Last week, tough loss, but as we talked, they saw some positive things on film. They burnt the film right after, and then they got focused on River. But statistically, they had some positive things happen at the end of the game last week.
Yeah, they did. They put together a pretty good drive there on that last drive of the game. Was able to put 7 points on the board and remove that big goose egg. But I think Marietta ultimately learned a lot last week in that tough matchup with New Philly. I mean, who really wants to face New Philly in week 1, let alone a Tiger football team that started 9 sophomores and a freshman in week 1? So it was a tall test, and the Tigers very. They didn't come out on the winning side, Aaron, but they came out, I think, with an understanding of what they have and what they got to do to get better.
As River is set to run out on the field, Tigers are already set to go. We're going to take one final timeout, come back for kickoff. Start week number 2. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Hi, this is Mike Miller of Honest Fred's Flooring, and we consistently have clients say, if I would have known what a difference new flooring made, I would have done it a long time ago. At Honest Fred's Flooring, we help with ideas every day. So if a change is in order, we'll share ideas that have worked out well for others. We're in Marietta, Parkersburg, and Spencer.
Take a small drive to big savings. HonestFred.com.
Coming out of their locker room with American flags in tote, meeting at the 50-yard line are the River Pilots. They're in their red uniforms tonight with the gray trousers, the gray helmets with River on the side. Tigers in their traveling whites, black numerals trimmed in orange with the black trousers trimmed in orange and white up the sides. Tigers stripped across their black helmets in orange. 12 minutes put on the clock. We are ready for week number 2 of the high school football season. Aaron Cassidy, Bill Parks, Derek Jones back at the studio, and the Tigers will kick from left to right on your radio dial. Starting defensively for the Tigers, it'll be Saffel, Hendershot, Hansen, Schulteis, Bartlett, Chow, Davis, Durham, Lake Fritz, Chavez, and Dotson. Of course, you'll see a lot of other Tigers worked in there. Meagle will tee up the ball on his own 40-yard line. The left-footed kicker will put the ball right on that tee, and we are just minutes away from kickoff. Beautiful setting here at River. We're kind of up out of the floodplain, if you will, because right across the road is the river, the Ohio River, making a debut tonight. We made a trip that was a little out of the way here, Bill, but we got here.
We made it.
We made it. Wrong turn took us on a fun road, if you like roller coasters. Official set, team set. And when we say it is a short sideline right in front of us, there is not much room. Meagle approaches the football, and we're underway. Week number 2. Meagle, how about this? Line drives it out of the end zone. The left-footed kicker. And Bill, we've looked at this, and you and I have mentioned this before. Why is that so big? Because when you make an opponent in high school football start at their own 20-yard line, 1 out of 11 possessions, they will score a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, you love seeing that right out the gate. There's nothing worse than getting a little bit of wind taken out of the sails by a big return on the opening kickoff. But eliminate that, the Tigers set them back on the 20 to start this drive out.
Cable Isley will be the quarterback, and he'll set an empty set. 4 wide receivers to the right and no wide receivers to the left. So an odd-looking formation, looking to throw as he rolls right, throws right. Pass is caught by his big wide receiver out on that outside, number 13 for this River Pilots team. And we'll take a look down. That is River Thompson making the catch. He's 6'3", 180.
Nice size there. Good job. Good little route. Just a little timing pattern, Aaron. He was just working his way to the sidelines. Quarterback got rid of the football and sets up a second now and short, 2nd.
Same formation, just opposite side. They send a man in motion. Isley's going to look to throw again. Still looking, and he puts it across the middle. Ball caught at the 32-yard line, brought down by Bartlett. But a nice pitch and catch as his wide receiver out here in the flats. And Longwell, Brody Longwell, makes the catch. So, Bill, they're just throwing the underneath routes right now. And I think Marietta would be okay with that.
Yeah, 2 plays, 2 passes, and a fresh set of downs here for the River Pilots.
Hurry up offense for River. So that's something new we haven't seen on film as they go hard count. Isley looks to throw again. Still rolling to his right. Fires it across up to the 49-yard line, and the pass is complete. So they saw something on film they like here. A little Longwell on the catch again. A big gain for Rivers. They take it out to the 49-yard line right near that stern wheel right in the middle of their field. The pilots, you would assume, would be named after the riverboat pilots that took the stern wheels down the road. And out of the shotgun again. He's going to flip it out to the sidelines. Pass complete at the 45 of the Tigers, but driven back after the catch was made by number 13, River Thompson. And so a gain of 3, maybe 4 of the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, they're going to give him forward progress there, Aaron, to the 48-yard line is where they're going to mark it. 2nd down and 6 here for the Pilots. The Tigers spreading out, looking for pass here.
Isley out of the shotgun again. You got to watch for a quarterback draw here, Bill, as they try to bring everyone out. There's going to be a timeout called, no, a penalty flag. It's going to be a false start. And it was close on this near side, Bill. The wide receivers kind of moving around. You have 4 of them to one side. They've ran this formation every single play so far, and I think they got one of the wide receivers that time.
Yeah, that's going to back him up here, take him back beyond the original line of scrimmage and back across the other side of the 50 here. 2nd down and 12 now for the Pilots.
As Isley's out of the shotgun, 4 wide receivers again. He rolls to his right. Still rolling, still looking. Now he's going to keep it, tuck it up across the 50. Takes a hit outside, and he's going to get down to the 49-yard line. So a little pickup there, and
Brandon Schau knocking him out of bounds over there for a short gain. So now 3rd down and long here for the Pilots. Obvious, I think, passing situation as they've been throwing the ball so far anyway, Aaron. But now they've got to get it downfield.
They go with the 4 wide receivers, make it 5 wide receivers set again. Isley's going to look to throw. Now he's going to put it across the middle. Ball caught at the 40 down to the 37, just enough for a 1st down. As they get it to the 37, Thompson comes back for the football, makes the catch, weaves in and out of traffic a little bit. River has a nice little bit of a drive going here as with 10-12 to go. It is 1st down and 10 in Tiger territory. So they're going to go 5 wide receivers again to the right. One is kind of in a tight end position. The other 4 spread out to the right side. Isley takes a look at the sidelines for his play. The number 4 on his back. Quarterback looks to throw. All kinds of time. Down the sideline again. Thompson makes the catch on a comeback. Same play, same result. A gain of 10 on the play. Make it 11. It's going to be another River 1st down. Bill, right now it's just they're running the same formation, just a couple different routes. Marietta defensively, you can see them kind of saying, you know what, we're going to readjust to this on this drive. It might be hard to, but you can tell they're not running a bunch of different plays out of this.
No, they're running the same thing, like you said. There was the exact same play opposite side there. We saw two plays in a row that they've converted on. But now 2nd down and short here for the Pilots.
See if Marietta doesn't bring a little pressure, as Isley's had some time as he rolls out of the pocket. 9-12 to go here in the 1st quarter. And Isley's going to roll to his left, look to throw. He puts it down the sideline. Ball caught at the 7-yard line, and the receiver that time was Latham.
Yeah, Brody Latham, great job there getting outside, but even a better pass there by the quarterback from Pilots as he has put that ball right on the money, Aaron, to the sideline where only his guy can get it, but now they're threatening inside the 10.
Isley, 1st down and goal from the 6-yard line, goes with that 5 receiver set, this time to the right. Isley's going to roll right, look to throw, still looking. Now he's going to keep it up and down into the end zone, touchdown. 8:41 to go. River strikes first as they just ran the same formation left and right and just ran different pass patterns out of it. And that is a first score for River, 6-0.
Yeah, good job there by Isley. He saw there was nothing there, but good coverage by the Tigers in the end zone. Nowhere to go with the football. He wanted to throw it. It wasn't available, so he just tucked it, put his head down, and got over the goal line there for the first touchdown for the Pilots as they take the lead here early on in the 1st quarter.
Point after attempt is still pending as they finally get set. Does River snap back, hold down, the kick is up, and it is good. So, first score of the game comes from River. It comes with 8:41 to go, 1st quarter. Timeout on the field. We'll take one with them. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
If you say that you're over the moon, you mean that you're very pleased about something. That describes to a T a visit to Over the Moon Pub and Pizza. Every day, enjoy 15% off purchases of $25 or more to all military and frontline responders. Paskies, pub trivia every Wednesday. Sign up at 7. The fun starts at 7:30. Thursday, slice night from 4 to 10 p.m. with pizza, pint, and pitcher specials. Only at Over the Moon Pub and Pizza, 170 Front Street, Marietta, open 11:30 a.m. Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sunday and Monday.
Auto Plus understands what it's like to be a good neighbor, and it sure is nice to hear the sound of power equipment fill the air, see folks working under car and under the hood, and looking out for their neighbor. Auto Plus believes that if a town has enough people that roll up their sleeves, there just isn't much that can keep us down. Auto Plus is everything auto parts, but we do our share of pressure washers, generators, and hand sanitizer by the case. Let's face it, if the going gets tough, this is a pretty good place to be. Auto Plus, keeping the doors open in all the little river towns around the valley. As long as you roll up your sleeves, we'll have what you need.
8:41 to go, first quarter. New score, or first score I should say. River 7-0 over top of the Tigers. They went 80 yards, did River, and unofficially probably 12 plays, as it was all through the air. Dotson back deep for the Tigers to return this kick, as, again, it was all through the air. Well, you know, a rushing touchdown at the end, I should say. So 2 rushes on that drive.
He wanted to be through the air.
And the kick back, and it is going to be short, fielded by the Tigers at the 20-yard line and driven out of bounds on that far side. The return man there for Marietta, number 38, Bill, I think unofficially. It was on the far side. I couldn't quite see if it's 28 or 38.
28.
Who is not on our roster.
A sneaker. That's sneaky.
Coach Show pulling the okey doke on us.
Yes, he did. Nevertheless, not a whole lot of room there for the Tigers on that return. They're going to take over this possession at the 25-yard line. So first drive of the game here for this offense, Aaron. Last drive that they put together wasn't a bad one. It was a scoring drive at the end of the game last week. See if they can't pick something up here.
Gerber's going to go out of the pistol formation, make that the shotgun, and he's going to keep it on the right side. And actually, that was Davis starting off the game at quarterback here, and he's dropped in the backfield on a quarterback keeper. I think River read that the whole way and dropped for a loss of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 12. So Coach Show went with a new look, as Davis was the quarterback. They had a wingback, Bill. It was more of a wingback look offensively. 8:09 to go. Marietta calling in the play. They're going to probably have to use a timeout here as the clock goes down. And they actually, this is an official timeout, as one of the River players had a
equipment issue.
So we'll restart the play clock at 25 seconds. 8:05 to go on this first quarter clock. So first carry for the Tigers from Davis, who's starting at quarterback here early on for the Tigers. Gets it to Bartlett, who fumbles the football on a little bit of a miscommunication between quarterback and halfback, and a loss of a couple more. So not a good start here for the Tigers, as that's going to drive Marietta back a couple more yards. Going to bring up third down and long. Let's go third down and 15 for Marietta.
Yeah, two plays going backwards. Unfortunately here for Marietta, a little miscommunication, and found the ball on the ground. Luckily for the Tigers, they were able to pick that one back up there. And it's been a terrible spot for a turnover. But third and 19 is what they're going to call it on the 15-yard line. 7:25 to go here, first quarter action. The River Pilots up 7-0 early on against the Tigers.
Now you see Gerber come out of the shotgun, and he's going to quarterback keep it on the left side. Gerber is hit, picks up a couple yards, but it's going to be a punting situation here for the Tigers. Coming up and making the hit on that far side was Austin Kramer, one of the 2 brothers on this team from the linebacker spot. Makes the tackle, and it's going to bring up fourth down and 13 here for Marietta. 6:58 to go. Chavez will be set to punt for Marietta. He stands at his own 5.
Long snapper is Weston Davis. It's a rough spot to kick from, man.
Chavez gets the low snap, gets it off the turf, and it's going to be an end-over-end kick that's going to be low and hit at the 46-yard line of the Tigers, and the Tigers are going to down it right there. So that one got off the side of Chavez's foot, Bill. He did a good job of just getting a kick off. That ball was a little low and in the turf for him, and with 6:34 to go, it'll be Pilots football in Tiger territory.
Yeah, knowing that ball was a little low, he didn't quite grab the handle on it, Aaron, but luckily there was no rush coming from the defense, and he was able to pick that ball up, maybe got rid of it a little faster than he needed to, thinking that maybe the rush was coming on the backside, but nevertheless, he got rid of the football out close to midfield. They'll mark it at the 45-yard line, so 1st and 10 here for the River Pilots.
They're going to go 5 wide receivers again, Bill, to the right side. Isley out of the shotgun. He's going to look to throw. Now a little bit of pressure for the Tigers. Coming up with the sack. They brought a delayed pressure from Chow, and he sacks the quarterback back at the 47-yard line. A big play by the Tigers.
Yeah, great job there by Chow. Great read. He found a hole, found that crease right in the middle of the field, and he just unloaded, getting through there and into the quarterback, and a big loss there. 2nd 18 now for the Pilots.
Tigers brought the pressure. They got to Isley. 2nd and 18, as Bill mentioned. 6 minutes to go, first quarter. Isley's going to look to throw again. Pressured again. Puts it down the right sideline, and it's broken up. Good coverage right in front of us here by the Tigers, Durham. As he came up right when that football touched the wide receiver's hands in Latham. And the Tigers knock it away. 3rd down and 18.
Yeah, good job there by the senior. And Caden Durham, number 6, 6 foot, 165. A great read. Got a good jump on the football, Aaron. Came through the wide receiver and knocked that one loose. Now 3rd down and long here. The Pilots really no other choice here but to kind of chuck this one downfield. But don't be surprised to see something short just to try and surprise this defense underneath.
They send a lineman out to the right side. 3 receivers stacked to the right, single receiver to the left. Isley out of the odd-looking formation's going to fumble the football as he was hit in the backfield. And it was a lineman jumping on it for River, but they're going to have to punt the football away from their own 39-yard line. The Tigers got in there and made a hit. First on the scene for Marietta was number 11, Landon Schulteis. So that'll be the 2nd sack of the game for the Tigers on this drive, the 2nd sack. And with 5:27 to go, it's going to be a punting situation here.
Yeah, and the Pilots, this kind of a strange formation, come out in the oop-de-oop or something there, Aaron. They had guys spread out everywhere, but looks like nothing but confusion because they didn't know where to go with the football, and they just got set back even further.
Good answer by the Tigers defensively there as a punting situation for River. This one's back, and they're going to get it off. Marietta came after it a little bit. Durham's going to have this one hop after he fair catches it right into his belly. And at the 25-yard line, Marietta will start 1st down and 10.
Yeah, good job there by Durham to be able to pick that ball up after that quick skip. It's a little dangerous, but had he not already called for the fair catch, he might have let that one go.
So with 4:57 to go, it'll be Marietta coming back out on offense. We'll see what they come up with here. As, again, we saw Davis a little bit at the quarterback spot to start things off. And it will be a timeout, official timeout. I didn't see exactly who got the timeout. We'll sort that out during the break. We're going to take a timeout with them. 4:57 to go, first quarter. Marietta has the football, trailing 7-0. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Hey, it's football season, and when it comes to big plays, big hits, and big-time players, there's only one Tiger Big Drill of the game. The Tiger Big Drill of the game is made possible by the Fry Dental Group. Sure, they whiten teeth, fix cavities, and make bad teeth better, but make no mistake about it. When it comes Friday night, they get fired up for football. The Tiger Big Drill of the game, brought to you by the Fry Dental Group, 1309 Green Street. Exceptional dentistry for extraordinary smiles.
Now's the time to stock up on light bulbs at Apex True Value. Right now, 4 packs of GE Relax or Refresh HD LED light bulbs are just $10.99 each. Choose from 6-watt or 10.5-watt soft white or daylight bulbs. The 6-watt bulbs are equivalent to a 40-watt incandescent, and the 10.5-watt bulbs are equivalent to a 60-watt incandescent. All are dimmable and rated for 15,000 hours of life. Head over to Apex True Value and stock up on these and other bargains of the month while supplies last.
Out of the timeout, Tigers go hard count. Now they're going to take a peek over at the sideline, get the play. Gerber going to set his offensive lineman as he has Bartlett flanked to his right. Gerber, high snap, takes it down. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Now Gerber breaks 1, breaks 2, and gets tackled by the 3rd man, but not before. He picks up 3, maybe 4 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and let's call it 7, maybe 6 for the Tigers. 4:42 to go, Bill. Unofficially, we think that timeout was an official timeout for the 2 teams to get water because it's so hot, because they haven't taken timeouts on the scoreboard. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case with the kind of night it is.
Yeah, it's a scorcher out here. Luckily, we've got shade now at this point, but it's still pretty warm.
Gerber with a gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 for Marietta. Bartlett, no, going to be Gerber on the carry on the read option, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield for a loss of maybe 2 on the play as they come hard, Bill, does this River team. Defensively, they kind of give you a different look.
Yeah, they do. They like to stand up their outsides or their ends there, and they got 2 down linemen over top of the tackles or the guards, and it's kind of strange. They roam guys around and try and just create madness on one side of the ball or on the defensive side of the ball, per se. But this Tiger team, now 3rd down and 7 after a nice little pickup by Gerber. That one kind of stifled them a bit. Now 3rd and long.
3rd and 7. Gerber out of the shotgun, sends Durham in motion. They're going to fake the jet sweep. No, they're going to give it on this near side. And Durham's going to make a couple guys miss, pick up a first down. Out across the 40. Durham to the 44-yard line as he dances his way for a Tiger first down.
Yeah, great job there by Durham. Just the little step back shimmy, and he's able to make Dotson. Sorry.
My apologies.
Yeah, a little step back, little shimmy. He was able to sneak one guy by. You thought he was going to be wrapped up after that, but he was able to make a couple guys miss there, and a couple more guys miss, we should say. I think he could probably put him down for probably 3 broken tackles just on that one play and a Tiger first down.
Marietta moving from left to right, 3:13 to go on this first quarter clock. They scrimmage from their own 45-yard line, trailing 7-0. Gerber out of the shotgun. Quarterback keeper up the middle, and Gerber saw a crease, and they just grabbed him as he gets 2 on the play. And, Bill, that play is going to hit here later on. As this game goes on, River plays a lot of guys both ways, and that tackle later in the game could be a slip tackle.
Yeah, a lot of times it ends up being that later on in the game, Aaron. Some arm tackles that people start getting worn out as, Gerber is a really talented runner up the middle. I mean, he had 10 carries last week, 57 yards in that matchup against New Philly. So we definitely know he can run the football.
Gerber, 2 wide receivers right, single receiver to left. Chavez in motion. Fake give. Gerber's going to keep it up the middle, bounces off a tackler, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Still on his feet. They haven't blown the play dead. They finally do. When they do, they're going to say it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 right back at the line of scrimmage. And the Tigers are, Bill, it seems like the game's right in front of us. They're just a hair off of hitting that hole with their running backs and breaking one.
Yeah, they're just not even a half a second behind that hole opening up and closing down, and they're very close to getting there. They're close to breaking one, but it seems to be a Marietta team right now committed to the run game early on in these possessions, trying to establish the run game first.
Gerber out of the shotgun again. 2 wide receivers to the left, single to the right. Chavez in motion. Gerber's going to look to throw. He's pressured, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield on that right side coming up, Bill. And this is what this defense does to you, is it confuses the linemen. That's what they designed to do. And coming up and making the sack on that far side was Mazina, and that's going to bring a punting situation here, 4th and 8 for Marietta.
Yeah, a rough sequence right there, actually, for Marietta at the end of that possession there. They started to move the football a little bit early on in the possession, but a few mistakes, and that's all it takes. And really, one play of a mistake, it sets you back, and you end up punting the ball away.
Chavez with a beautiful spiral punt that's going to be fielded and fair caught at the 16-yard line. So Chavez does a nice job of flipping the field. And a quick shout out. He has some family out west. Got an email this week that they listen each and every week. So
that's
look out
awesome.
to the Chavez family.
Yeah.
So with 1:02 to go, it'll bring up 1st down and 10 for River. They're moving from right to left. And Coach Shobes wanting to talk to his offensive line and kind of make a few adjustments right here in front of us. And when I say in front of us, Bill, what would you say? We're 15 feet away from the sideline?
We are, say, 10 yards, 10, 15 yards.
Good night for football, a little warm, as River scrimmages from their own 17-yard line. More of a traditional look here as they're going to turn and give up the middle. And a hard running back up the middle is number 2 for this, and that's Avery Kramer for this Pilots team. And, Bill, they just went straight dive play up the middle with under a minute to go and pick up 6, 7, 8 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 2. As Isley back out of the pistol formation. Calls for the ball, gets it, and they're going to give again and up the middle and working his way again. Kramer down near the first down marker. I think he got enough for a first down with 28 seconds to go in this first quarter clock.
Yeah, he got just enough there for that first down, but a good job there by the Tigers. That second line of defense, those linebackers coming downhill, was able to get a stop before he was able to find the crease. And how about the safety out there? Number 13 for this Tigers team, Junior Smith, coming up, running that alley and laying the hit late in that sequence.
That will do it for the first quarter as they're going to let this clock run. Into the first quarter, it's River 7, Marietta nothing. We'll be right back. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Free fries now! Get your free fries! Hey gang, it's Sarah. Just getting the word out because who doesn't like free? At your Marietta McDonald's, get free large fries when you download the McDonald's app and join My McDonald's Rewards. Get your choice of hash browns, vanilla cone, McChicken, or a cheeseburger free after your first purchase. I'm not sure what the other apps on your phone do, but let me tell you, the McDonald's app hits the spot. Get your free large fries here. Offer valid for the first-time app users at participating McDonald's. I'm loving it.
You expect to be there for them all the way. So you expect to see world-class doctors close to home. Memorial Health System's new cancer center is now open in Belpre with comprehensive care. Plus the area's only CyberKnife for non-invasive treatments. So you can expect a lot more joy together. Memorial Health System. Expect more.
Get hot, hot, hot. August savings now. Pioneer Family Auto in Marietta. Choose from over 700 hot new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Ford, Lincoln, or pre-owned vehicles. Take advantage of hot deals like 0% financing up to 6 years or no payments until October. Plus, we need pre-owned vehicles just like yours. So we're paying over book value for every trade. And regardless of credit history, Pioneer can help you get the car you deserve. All roads lead to Marietta. Pioneer Chevrolet, Pioneer Buick GMC, Family Ford Lincoln, or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CD for the details.
12 minutes put on the second quarter clock. Aaron Cassidy, Bill Park, so glad that you're joining us on this Friday night for high school football. Week number 2, Marietta 0-1, River 0-1. So both teams looking to get on in the win column tonight. River right now leads Marietta 7-0. They have the football at their own 28, does River. Moving from left to right now on your radio dial. Last couple of plays, they've ran Avery Kramer after throwing the football in the first 2 drives. And they're going to take a shot downfield, left side, wide open, making the catch at the 40. 35-30, beats everyone, does Latham. All the way down the sideline for a touchdown, 72 yards. And they saw something up top, beat them off the man-to-man coverage, no help over top because they were in man-to-man, and it was Isley to Latham.
Yeah, they didn't try to disguise anything about that play, Aaron. It was a fly route from the get-go. Latham just absolutely took off down the sidelines, outran the defender in the corner on the far side by about 5 yards, and Isley was able to just unload that ball and let his man run up underneath of it. A huge touchdown.
Latham, a 72-yard touchdown unofficially. The point after attempt is up and good. 11:50 to go. New score. It's River 14, Marietta nothing. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Call Walter J. McCarthy for the best in real estate. Oh, for those of us who've been a part of this community for a long time, that jingle would conjure up some good memories when a real estate guy by the name of Walter J. McCarthy would put in a good day's work, enjoy his family and friends, and figure out a way to do it just a little bit better the next day. This is Steve McCarthy from Real Living McCarthy Real Estate, proud to be a second-generation realtor in my hometown. So if you want to buy or sell, then Walt's the man for you. Real Living McCarthy Real Estate, serving the area since 1957.
At Honest Fred's Flooring, there's no peak season. In the spring and summer, we might sell more wood flooring. In the fall and winter, more carpeting. We're in the business of listening to our customers and creating what they want. So let me give you the secret mission statement: give people what they want. Honest Fred's Flooring, Marietta, Parkersburg, and Spencer.
Take a small drive to big savings. HonestFred.com.
Just the start of the second quarter, 11:50 to go. It took all of 10 seconds for the River Pilots to hit on a 72-yard touchdown down the left side. A nice pitch and catch from Cable Isley to Layton. And Bill, the Tigers, I think a little bit of confusion in the secondary there. And see what they can do offensively here. As River hasn't really run anything crazy at them, as the Tigers take it from their own 5-yard line. And working his way up across into the 15-yard line there for Marietta, number 2, Dotson. And so back to my point defensively, Bill, I think they just were expecting run. That clock's running, by the way, on the kickoff. But back to my point, they just beat them. And I don't know if the corner thought he had a man over top or what the problem was, but
Yeah, I honestly, I did. It was on the far side of the field. It was kind of hard to see. It almost seemed as though the wide receiver just simply had more speed. He just had way more speed at that point and ran right by the defender.
so a good 17 seconds run off the clock. I don't know if anyone noticed that, but it did. Tigers are going to scrimmage from their own 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Gerber's going to fake the give, quarterback counter, and he's going to work his way up near the 32, 33-yard line, and there's that play we talked about that will eventually hit. And that time it hits for 7 yards, make it 8, bring up 2nd and 2 for the Tigers.
Yeah, good job there by Gerber as he's allowed his guys to make those blocks up front, give him time to set everything up, found a crease, and a big pickup there to bring down 2nd down and short. That's what you like to see as an offensive coach or a head coach or an offensive coordinator is 2nd down and short. That really gives you a lot more options on your play calling and see what Tigers dial up here.
Pistol formation, 2 wide receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. And they send a man in motion, Davis, from left to right. Gerber takes the waist-high snap, keeps it up the middle, and Gerber works his way up near the 35, breaks a couple tackles, and he takes it out to the 38-yard line, picks up another Tiger first down after a gain of, let's call it, 5 on the play. He took a big shot at the end, but tough sophomore player, and he's a good-looking runner.
Yeah, it's a good tough run there by number 10 as he looked like he was going to be wrapped up right around 35-yard line there, close to that first down marker, but he was able to squirt away from 2 or 3 of those pilot defenders on the far side and pick up a big first down and move the chains here for the Tigers.
Tigers need a nice long drive here, Bill, with 10 minutes to go. Trailing 14-0. Try to get something good offensively. Rivers shows blitz, they bring blitz. Option to the right, Gerber decides to keep it up near the 40-yard line as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Rivers not making any bones about it. They are bringing 6, 7, 8, 9 guys at a time and just leaving man-to-man on the outside. Let's see if the Tigers don't pick their opportunity to take a shot here soon.
I tell you what, the Pilots did that a lot last week against Bel Air, and in their losing effort against Bel Air, they were selling out, running upfield. What Bel Air's balance, or what their counter was to that, was exactly what you said that was going to open up eventually for the Tigers, is up the middle of the football field. They're going to allow that team to blitz past the play and try and hit them on the backside.
Chavez in motion. Quarterback throw across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. It was a little bit of a fake option or jet run to this near side. Gerber threw just behind his wide receiver there, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 9. I like the opportunity. The wide receiver is open. Gerber, I don't know if the ball was tipped at the line because it was pretty behind the wide receiver there.
I wonder if the ball is actually maybe a little bit humid. He looks like he kind of lost the handle on it a little bit as he was cocking that ball back, and when he threw it, it rolled off his pinky and was a little behind the wide receiver.
Gerber going to look to throw. He's going to heave it down the left sideline, looking for Lawrence Kelly. Caught at the 30, to the 20, to the 15. Lawrence Kelly strolls into the end zone for the Tigers. Touchdown, 60-yard strike. Gerber to Lawrence Kelly.
Well, what an answer here for the Tigers, Aaron, as they put one down the field. A huge touchdown. Lars Kelly, a big touchdown, but how about Gerber? Standing in that pocket, Aaron, a guy in his face. He knew he was going to get hit, but he was able to deliver a perfect strike down the sideline. So a huge touchdown for the Tigers.
They go man-to-man. We wondered when the Tigers would pick their shot. Coach Show with a good call there, a better execution by his team. Meagle for the extra point. The snap back, the hold down, the kick is up, and it is good. 9:07 to go, new score. Tigers get back in at 14-7. They trail when we come back, but a big 60-yard strike from Marietta. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
At Perry & Associates CPAs, we aren't just in the community, we are of the community. We work with the local colleges to bring interns into our firm and do our best to mold young minds to experience the next phase of life. Perry & Associates believes that if you give young folks a chance and positive directions, they might just stick around, and that benefits the whole community. Perry & Associates, proud to be a part of a growing community. Check us out online at perrycpas.com.
Back here, second quarter action. Aaron Cassidy, Bill Parks. So glad you're joining us on this Friday night. A hot and humid week number 2, but a beautiful night for football. 9:07 to go. Marietta trails 14-7, but a nice 60-yard strike from the Tigers. Gerber to Lars Kelly. Remember, tonight our halftime statistics are made possible by Bill Mannix, Senior Financial Advisor for Merrill Lynch, located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. When it comes to numbers, Bill Mannix has more than 20 years of experience helping people with their investment and retirement goals. Call Bill, Kathy Huck, David Treadway, Sandra Crosby at 740-568-7860 to arrange an appointment today. Merrill Lynch, member FINRA, SIPC, says go Tigers. Stay tuned at halftime. We'll have This Week in Ohio High School Football with Skip Mossick. We'll look at statistics and much more, but we have 9:07 to go before halftime as this kick's going to go out of bounds. Tigers try to angle it away from the return man, and so this ball will be brought out to the 35-yard line. But defensively, Bill, the Tigers need to stop here. We saw some confidence here on the sideline with that big strike offensively. Now the Tigers defense got to hold here.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, this is a River team. Looks like they're going to reset this one. We're going to kick this one more time, but this is a River team that is very confident throwing the football right now, and rightfully so. They're kind of throwing it wherever they want to at this point. It's going to be up to this Tiger secondary, obviously, to tighten that coverage down, but even more so, that front four. They have to start getting some pressure on this quarterback from River, and he's doing a good job, Aaron, of throwing the ball outside of the tackles. He's extending these plays for the most part. So I'd like to see these Marietta ends be able to get upfield a little bit, not give too much of the middle of the field away, but to be able to turn that quarterback back in, force him to throw out of the pocket.
River says, we're not going to allow you to kick it out of bounds. We'll move you back 5 yards to make you kick it again. And you can play this gamesmanship all day long.
Oh, yeah.
Meagle sets it on the tee at the 35-yard line after the 5-yard penalty. And the lefty approaches the football and kicks it off. It's an end-over-end kick, going to be taken at the 15-yard line, up across the 20-25. Longwell's going to move it out across the 30, 35 to the 40. Penalty flag flies everywhere. We're definitely going to have a hold or a clip. We might have it on sportsmanlike conduct, too. Let's see how the officials get things sorted out here. 9:01 to go, second quarter. Marietta trails 14-7 after they just kick off to River. And River, what would have been decent field position, looks like they're going to have this one called back.
But I tell you what, there should be the initial call on this, Aaron, which I think is maybe either a hold or a block in the back. But there should have been a second flag thrown on the exact same kid for
almost a helmet to helmet, really.
Well, you had a Marietta guy getting up off the ground, and he chopped him in the throat.
So let's see. They're going to mark it off. Still no official mark. This one's going to be moved back. Well, they still haven't marked it. The head official has not made the call yet. He's just back at the spot. Now they're marking it off. All the way back. This one's going to come back to the 16-yard, or no, check that, the 14-yard line is where it's going to go. No. Excuse me, Bill, you're right, 24 yards.
They're going to mark it out to the 20. Actually, just mark it at the 26 for this one, Aaron.
They finally get it stopped and marked out. Now we'll get back to football. Isley out of the shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Hard count, and that's going to be a false start. It's actually a fumble on the play. As the center snapped it back, no one else moves. That's a live football. Luckily for him, his left guard got on the football, and that'll bring up second down and 10.
Well, it might have been a blessing in disguise here for this Tiger defense as the Pilots were coming in motion. They brought a guy all the way across the field here. And it looked like nobody really knew who's supposed to pick that guy up. A little bit of confusion there. So it gives the Tigers defense a chance to reset.
Second and 11, same formation, same play look here as Isley's going to look to throw. Screen set up, dumps it across the middle. Tigers stayed home, but a broken tackle up across the 30 down to the 34-yard line. So moving his way and weaving in and out of traffic and breaking a couple tackles was Avery Kramer, Bill, and that'll bring up third down and short. Tigers had it recognized it, just missed a couple tackles.
Yeah, they did a good job of recognizing, like you said, Aaron. It was obvious screenplay as they were setting up. The quarterback just continued to drop to allow his blockers to get out there. But, man, the Tigers had a chance to blow that one up big at the line of scrimmage and possibly in the backfield.
Going to bring up 3rd and 4, though. They didn't mark it as far as I thought they would. So 3rd and 4, 3rd and medium for River. They're going to run a jet sweep to the far side, picking up the first down, now down the left sideline. Actually, a fumble on the play. No, they're going to say it was down. It looked like a fumble for sure. The ball carrier at that time was Lothan. And He picked up the first down. Let's see. He did. He had to get to around the 40. He got to the 41-yard line, and boy, that was a quick whistle. Of course, on the Marietta side, everyone wanted to call. That was on the other side of the field from us, though.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Boy, that had been a huge turnover here in this first half, late in the first half here for the Tigers in that situation.
Empty set. Isley out of the shotgun all by his lonesome. He's going to look to throw. Has a man down the left side, right sideline. He's wide open to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown. As it was Lothan again. This one goes for 59 yards and just broken coverage on a little wheel route off the jet motion and a touchdown for River.
Yeah, it was jet motion, and all the flow was going to the left there and over to the far side of the field, and a pretty good design as they were able to get their wide receiver out the backside and down the sideline. Nobody there. There was one guy for the Tigers that would have been over the top. It would have been the safety on this near side, but he got sucked over with the flow, and there was nobody there to stop him. A perfect pitch and pass and catch, and it is another big touchdown for the Pilots.
59 yards. The point after attempt is up, and it is good. So two big plays have been the big difference here in the first half. A 72-yard touchdown pass followed now by a 59-yard touchdown pass by River. They lead Marietta 21-7, 7:01 in the second quarter. When we come back, you're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
It's time to stock up on Duracell batteries from Apex True Value. Today, pick up a 16-pack of AA or AAA batteries for $12.99. Or grab an 8-pack of C or D batteries or a 4-pack of 9-volt batteries for only $13.99. All provide dependable power and long-lasting performance when you need it. Duracell Duralock technology allows the batteries to stay fresh in the package for 10 years. Shop today for these bargains of the month, along with other stock-up products at great prices while supplies last at Apex True Value.
People's Bank offers the most locations in Washington and Wood counties, which gives our bank customers access to walk in a door, meet with a local banker, and feel comfortable about every transaction. This is Danielle Bruni, manager of the Putnam Street location. People's Bank employs the most people of any bank in our area, so you're most likely to see us at the grocery store, ball game, or school function. At our bank, there's a reason why the word people comes first. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
7:01 to go, second quarter. A new score up on the scoreboard, 21-7. River on top of Marietta. And Bill, it's been a story of big plays as River, as we mentioned going into the break, has hit for a 72-yard touchdown pass and a 59-yard touchdown pass. And they've snuck in another touchdown on that first drive, but that's been the big difference right now in this game.
Yeah, it sure has. The Tigers got to be careful with that because that's exactly what got you in trouble in week one against Philly with some big plays early in the game.
Dotson on the return for Marietta, trying to dance out of a tackle. He does. He gets up and near the 24-yard line, and with 6:56 to go, we'll flip the field here. Marietta will have first down and 10, moving from right to left. And Bill, offensively, Marietta's been able to move the ball a little bit. Defensively, they're going to get some work. It's been broken plays, and part of that is because Isley's had so much time to throw the football. And really, if you think about it, like he's rolling, as you mentioned perfectly earlier, and he's having 6, 7, 8, 9 seconds to throw, and that's tough for a defense to hold in the secondary. Tigers first down and 10, two wide receivers to the right, single receiver, and Lars Kelly down here to the left. Bartlett in the backfield. He's going to get the pitch, left side, dances out of a tackle and drug out of bounds. They're going to say he stayed in bounds. Maybe get one on the play. It'll bring up second down and 9.
Yeah, second down and 9. Not a whole lot there for the Tigers as the Pilots did a pretty good job of stringing that one out to the sidelines. But Tigers have thrown a little motion out there. They're trying to get this Pilot defense out of position, see if they can find a crease or something on them here. But 6:25 to go here in the first half. Tigers down 14, really would love an answer here.
Love the answer because you get the ball back at halftime, after halftime. That's Gerber out of the shotgun. Blitz coming. He's going to keep it up the middle, and he's up and puts his shoulder down and runs over a guy at the 30, up to the 31-yard line. How about the run there by Tyler Gerber?
Yeah, you got to like that physicality, especially out of your quarterback, Aaron. You hate to see a guy get banged up or anything, but I tell you what, there's a leader emerging out there on the football field is Tyler Gerber, the young man, puts his shoulder down, trying to make something happen. 3rd down and short here. Call it 3rd down and 2 now here for the Tigers.
Gerber's 8th carry unofficially. 3rd and short. He goes hard count. No one jumps. They're going to take a peek over at the sideline and get the play called in with 9 on the play clock. 5:35 to go on the game clock. Hard count. Tigers going to run it to the right. Gerber makes a good decision, keeps it up the middle. And Gerber across the 35 to the 39-yard line. Picks up another Tiger first down.
Yeah, good job there by Gerber. He little stutter step. He stemmed the defense to the left just to get him to freeze just a quick second. Froze the linebackers on the backside, Aaron. They didn't have the pursuit. And he was able to create a little hole there in the middle of the field to pick up that big first down.
Timeout on the field with 5:19 to go, and we're going to take one with them here. Tigers on a little bit of a drive, have first down and 10 from their own 39 when we come back. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Auto Plus understands what it's like to be a good neighbor, and it sure is nice to hear the sound of power equipment fill the air, see folks working under car and under the hood, and looking out for their neighbor. Auto Plus believes that if a town has enough people to roll up their sleeves, there just isn't much that can keep us down. Auto Plus is everything auto parts, but we do our share of pressure washers, generators, and hand sanitizer by the case. Let's face it, if the going gets tough, this is a pretty good place to be. Auto Plus, keeping the doors open in all the little river towns around the valley. As long as you roll up your sleeves, we'll have what you need.
5:19 to go, second quarter here from River High School, home of the Pilots. Aaron Cassidy, Bill Parks on this Friday night. So glad that you're joining us. WMOA Marietta, also the WMOA app. Next week at home for the following 3 weeks, we will have the video stream back up and running. So you'll be able to check that out on the WMOA Facebook page and also YouTube. Tigers trail 21-7 with 5:19 to go. 3 timeouts for Marietta, 2 for River after they use 1 there. And Tyler Gerber out of the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. And Gerber, another quarterback keeper. He's going to keep it left side. Gets a good block by his halfback and Bartlett. Gerber gets 11 on the play out to midfield and a Tiger first down.
Yeah, great job there by Gerber. Good read, great awareness, let everything happen in front of you. He's able to read his blockers, find the crease. And if he had come off of that a little bit deeper or a little wider, Aaron, he might have had the sidelines, but you can't really argue with that. It's another first down, and the Tigers moving the chains.
Gerber is a sophomore quarterback, but he's 6'1", 185. So not small by any means. Definitely a physical runner. As the Tigers out of the shotgun go again, Gerber's going to look to throw this time. A little hitch route. Lars Kelly makes the catch, and he fumbles it, picks it back up. And fortunate for the Tigers, it's going to end up in a gain of 10 on the play. Now the back official comes in and says the pass is incomplete.
I like the first call better.
I do too, unless they recovered it. Then I would have liked his call better. It was probably a good call, honestly.
No, honestly, that was the correct call. He did not have. I don't think he actually maintained possession of that long enough for it to be considered a fumble, but
and credit the official. That's the guy who has to make the call. Yeah. The side official did what he was supposed to. Back official sees that better. And so with 4:36 to go, Tigers will have second down and 10, moving from right to left, right at midfield. 2 wide receivers split right, single receiver to the left. Bartlett in the backfield with Gerber. Gerber's going to run the option left side, gets up near the 50 and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up third down and 10, and Bill, those are one of those plays you'll go back on film and say, yeah, we got back to the line of scrimmage, but he made the right decision. Because if you pitch that, everyone's crashing on both. That's disaster, and those are the plays that you really like to see a sophomore quarterback make a heady play.
Right, just tuck it and live to play another down right there, and that's exactly what we've been seeing a couple times, already in 2 weeks here out of Gerber, the heady plays, trying not to turn the football over, taking care of it.
Tigers out of the shotgun, and they're going to look to throw. A little sideline pass over here near side. That's Lars Kelly as he tries to fight out of a tackle near the 42-yard line. He got to the 43, had to get to the 41. It's going to bring a fourth down and short. Let's make it a 4th and 2, 4th and 3 here from Marietta.
You know what, Aaron? Stick with what works. If it's me, I'd stay with these timing routes right now. Just quick timing routes. Get in some sort of rhythm with your offense. Open up the middle of the football field. Keep running the football with the quarterback. Pound Bartlett, move the football. This Tiger team getting a little bit of confidence now.
Gerber out of the shotgun. 3rd down and 3. Looks to throw. He's going to heave it left side. Lars Kelly again into the end zone. Touchdown. This one from 43 yards out on a 4th down and 3. Gerber faked the short route, and then he heaved it down the left sideline. And what a pitch and catch. Gerber to Lars Kelly, 43 yards, and the Tigers cut the lead 21-13.
I tell you what, if you're the defender that was in position there, Aaron, either of them, because there were two over the top right there, you got to go back to the sidelines and say, what else do you want me to do? A perfect ball there by Gerber. A good pump fake froze that defense in Lars Kelly. Great speed and acceleration to find his way to the end zone.
Point after attempt is good. Big score by the Tigers there. Cut the lead. New score. Marietta trails by 7, 21-14. 3:20 to go. When we come back, you're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
You expect to be there for them all the way. So you expect to see world-class doctors close to home. Memorial Health System's new cancer center is now open in Belpre with comprehensive care. Plus, the area's only CyberKnife for non-invasive treatments. So you can expect a lot more joy together. Memorial Health System. Expect more.
For more than 100 years, we've become used to seeing the name Broughton Foods in this area. And now Prairie Farms Marietta brings a fresh new look and that same great taste. Prairie Farms Marietta keeps it simple. Dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk. We know you have many options at the grocery store. And in our world, trust and loyalty mean everything. If you're looking for the highest quality, safest dairy products and affordable options for your family, look no further than Prairie Farms Marietta.
3:20 to go in an exciting second quarter. Aaron Cassidyville Parks. Marietta now trails 21-14 after 43-yard touchdown. So it has been the game of big plays. Both teams hitting on big pass plays. And a kickoff by Meagle, taken at the 5, up across the 10 to the 15-20. And that is Longwell going to get out to the 25-yard line. So that is Brody Longwell in on the tackle, Bill, for the Tigers.
Yeah, number 31 in there is Colton Seitz. Special teamer coming in there and making a big stop. A good job there by the special teams, and nothing worse than what you would want to do on a kickoff after a score than to set up a River offense who's been very confident, doing a great job moving the football. Don't want to give them very good field position, do you, Aaron? Great job by the special teams getting downfield, stopping them around the 26-yard lines where they're going to start this one.
3 timeouts for Marietta, 2 timeouts for River. I point that out because there's 3:12 to go. Here in the second quarter, 21-14, Isley out of the shotgun all by his lonesome. He has wide receivers scattered all over the field. And he's going to look to throw a little screen pass on the right side, working his way up. Check that on the left side, and that's Thompson working his way to the left sideline. A gain of 7 on the play, going to bring up second down and 3. 3 minutes now to go, and remember the Tigers will get the football after half.
Yeah, there's a little wide receiver screen on that far side, Aaron. A quick pass. 2-step drop for Isley. He just rockets it over. And the River Pilots trying to find something on that far side. Not a whole lot there, but they're able to move the football.
Isley again out of the shotgun. 2:40 to go. Second quarter. They're going to run this play clock down a little bit more. Sends a man in motion. He's all by his lonesome again. Same play, different side. And a pass complete. And working his way up to the 33-yard line is Lawlison.
So the same play essentially again, Aaron, just opposite sides of the field. Now, right now, if you're this Tiger defense, you have to be aware of the double pass.
On 3rd down and 3, you're right.
You have to be on 3rd down 3, maybe not so much here, but it's going to be coming. That is exactly what they're trying to do with those last 2 plays is set up that double pass. It's just a matter of when they're going to throw it out there.
Simply throwing it out in the flats and kind of letting the guy make plays. Minute 59 to go. Big 3rd down and 3. It can't be understated because if the Tigers hold here, Bill, they can burn a timeout. Quarterback in Isley looks like he might just keep this ball, or no, he goes under center. And we have a wishbone formation in the backfield. And breaking a tackle and just picking up the first down there was Latham again. And, Lawlison picks up a first down, and it's going to bring up first down and 10. That clock does not want to stop tonight, Bill, even after first down. It's a minute 33 to go.
Yeah, good number 23, Zach Bartlett, the senior, coming in there making the stop. It was just not soon enough as the River Pilots have a fresh set.
5 wide receivers again. Isley's going to look to throw, puts it across the middle, and Bartlett's there. And making the catch at the 42-yard line was Longwell, but Bartlett right on his hip makes the tackle. And it'll bring up second down and 5. And the Tigers right now, I'm just going to say, are okay with a little bit of this short game. River's going to be forced to burn a timeout. Minute 9 to go. We're going to take one more here in this first half. Marietta trails 21-14. When we come back, you're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
This is Honest Fred from Honest Fred's Flooring. And since we're being honest, my name is actually Mike. And all of this is irrelevant compared to what we do at Honest Fred's Flooring. We save people money on their flooring choices they want. So let's change the old adage to put your money where your feet are, because at Honest Fred's, we walk the walk. Stop by Marietta, Parkersburg, or Spencer.
Take a small drive to big savings. HonestFreds.com.
Back here, a minute 9 to go, second quarter. Aaron Cassidy, Bill Park, so glad that you're joining us on this Friday nights as the Tiger cheerleaders throwing up water bottles here in the crowd. I tried to get one, Bill. It didn't work out.
It didn't work out, but this young man in front of you just loves you for it because he and his sister both got one.
Yeah, she got the first one. He now picks up the second.
How about that?
Out of the timeout, River has 3 wide receivers to the right, a back in the backfield, and a tight end on the left. Second down and 6. They have 1 timeout left. They lead 21-14. Isley for Rivers going to look to throw. And a wheel route. Now Isley's going to have to keep it. He's looking to get out of bounds, and he scoots out of bounds. Ushered that way by Bartlett, right near the first down marker. I think he got enough just to pick up the first down on the second and 6. He did. First down and 10. A minute 1 to go. Or like some would say, 91 seconds. That always confused me when people use seconds over a minute. I just stick with minute 1.
All right, let's see what the Tigers do here. 1:01 to go in this first half. They got to try to keep everything in front of them, Aaron. A good job so far, but you can't give them too much. A minute's still quite a bit of time.
Clock stop. Scrimmaging from the 48-yard line. Isley's going to look to throw, and he's still rolling to his left. Now he's going to keep it down the sideline again and get out of bounds. Tigers in a little bit of a prevent here. Doing a good job covering downfield, but Isley's able to pick up 8 on the play or thereabouts, and it's going to bring up second down and let's call it 3 after Isley keeps it a few times.
Yeah, it's that bend but don't break mentality right here for this Tiger defense inside of a minute in the first half. But you got to be sure not to give them up too much. I mean, you're giving them the sidelines, they're stopping the clock. They still have 1 timeout left as well to stop it.
They have a good kicker too, so they might be trying to get field goal range. Worst case, as Isley rolls right, looks to throw. It's going to be flushed, and that ball is going to be caught somehow in between 2 Tigers on this near sideline. Going up and making the catch was Longwell. Brody Longwell in between the Tigers defenders makes a great catch, picks up a first down. River has it at the Tiger 38-yard line. 41 seconds now to go, and it'll be first and 10.
Good job of the Tigers not allowing them to get out of bounds, Aaron, so that clock's still running.
River with 1 timeout. Clock under 30 seconds now as Isley's going to look to throw. Puts it down the sideline, and Thompson almost makes the catch out of bounds, and then as he tips it, it goes back in bounds, and the Tigers almost pick it off. 24 seconds to go. It's going to bring up second down and 10 at the Tiger 38-yard line. River moving from left to right. They lead 21-14. Marietta will get the ball at half. So a big drive here defensively for Marietta.
Yeah, you know a good way to drive an offense with Coach Crazy? Tip the ball in the air.
And then tip it back in bounds.
Right, yeah. Oh, my goodness, that was unbelievable.
So play clock down to 12. He had, meaning the head coach or the offense coordinator, had all of his skill position huddled on the far sideline. They're going to have to hurry 4 now. Isley's going to look to throw out of the shotgun, flushed up in the pocket, and he's going to put it across the middle, and Longwell drops it. He had a couple Tigers around him, but with 18 seconds to go, that would have put them down near the 30. Instead, it's going to bring up third down and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Yeah, third down and 10. It's a Tiger defense here. Again, let things happen in front of you. Don't let them get over top of you right here. If you give up a first down at this point, you give up a first down. Last thing you want to do here is give up 7 points this late in the half. 18.8 to go. Make sure everything is in front of you, Aaron. Make them, if they're going to score, make them kick the ball to do it.
Watch the backside throws. They bunch everyone here on this right side. This is the short side of the field right near us. Now they send a man in motion to the left. Isley's going to look to throw. He's under pressure. A hold's going to be called, so this play is going to be neglected no matter what. They're going to get Longwell out in the flats, pass complete up to the 29-yard line. But with 9 seconds to go, Marietta will take this hold, and it'll move River back. They'll have one more time to try to get it downfield. Nice job again by the Tigers. Bills Thompson makes the catch, but they surrounded him, flew to the football, made the tackle.
Yeah, great job responding over there on that far side, Aaron. But a great job up front here for the Tigers, that front four, getting a little push, and that's exactly what they needed. Caused this River offense to panic a little bit on this back side, and he had to hold. They had to hold the Tigers just to keep to give Isley time to go to the football, and it's going to move them backwards here with very little time to go. 9.9 to go in the half.
Timeout on the field. River is going to take a timeout. We're going to keep it right here and remind you to stay tuned for our halftime statistics made possible by Merrill Lynch office located at 294 Front Street in Marietta. Bill Mannix, Kathy Huck, David Treadway, Sandra Crosby. Understand the values and ideals of our community and can develop a customized financial strategy for your retirement, college savings, or the right strategy for what's important to you. Merrill Lynch, member FINRA, SIPC. Call 740-568-7860. Our thanks to the Merrill Lynch office for statistics. We will take a look at least at some of the big plays at halftime. Also at halftime this week in Ohio high school football with Skip Mossick. He always had good guests. Make sure you stick around for that. We still have 9.9 seconds exactly up on that clock. 3rd down and 24. That's not the important part. The 3rd and 24. The important part is, if you're the Tigers, don't let anyone behind you, because Isley has a pretty good arm. He could get it down near the 10, and then anything could happen.
Well, you got to watch, see if they kind of toss this ball around too, Aaron. I mean, it's 3rd down to Sardis and see what they come up with.
Isley, straight drop. He's under pressure, and he's going to get sacked. How about Schulteis on his 2nd sack of the game? And that will do it here for the first half. Tigers hold strong and trail by 7 heading into halftime, 21-14. We'll be back for halftime festivities. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
If you say that you're over the moon, you mean that you're very pleased about something. That describes to a T a visit to Over the Moon Pub and Pizza. Every day, enjoy 15% off purchases of $25 or more to all military and frontline responders. Pasties, pub trivia every Wednesday. Sign up at 7. The fun starts at 7:30. Thursday, slice night from 4 to 10 p.m. with pizza, pint, and pitcher specials. Only at Over the Moon Pub and Pizza, 170 Front Street, Marietta. Open 11:30 a.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sunday and Monday.
Get hot, hot, hot August savings at Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos in Williamstown. Choose from our huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs to fit your payment and budget needs. Regardless of credit history, Pioneer can help you get the car you deserve. Just bring your current credit information for guaranteed finance options and your best deal. Plus, we desperately need pre-owned vehicles, so we're paying over book value for every trade, just like yours. Pioneer Family Pre-Owned Autos in Williamstown, West Virginia. PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CE for details.
Auto Plus understands what it's like to be a good neighbor, and it sure is nice to hear the sound of power equipment fill the air, see folks working under car and under the hood, and looking out for their neighbor. Auto Plus believes that if a town has enough people that roll up their sleeves, there just isn't much that can keep us down. Auto Plus is everything auto parts, but we do our share of pressure washers, generators, and hand sanitizer by the case. Let's face it, if the going gets tough, this is a pretty good place to be. Auto Plus, keeping the doors open in all the little river towns around the valley. As long as you roll up your sleeves, we'll have what you need.
At Perry & Associates CPAs, we aren't just in the community, we are of the community. We work with the local colleges to bring interns into our firm and do our best to mold young minds to experience the next phase of life. Perry & Associates believes that if you give young folks a chance and positive directions, they might just stick around, and that benefits the whole community. Perry & Associates, proud to be a part of a growing community. Check us out online at perrycpas.com.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Tonight in High School Football's halftime reports here on the Ohio News Network. There have been some terrific offensive linemen throughout the history of Ohio high school sports. One of the greatest is our very own Jim Lachey, former Buckeye and Super Bowl champion from St. Henry, Ohio. We'll visit with Big Jim next on the Ohio News Network.
I'm Scott Demaro, president of the Ohio Education Association. I'm proud to bring you tonight's game on behalf of OEA's 123,000 members. We teach in the public schools and state universities. We drive your kids to school, serve them lunch, and keep our schools clean and safe. We also coach the teams on the field. We're committed to making sure every student has the opportunity to experience the joy of learning and to succeed, regardless of where they live or their family's income. We believe in great public schools for all students.
Farmers at heart. At Beck's, that's who we are. For over 100 years, the Beck family has lived and farmed in central Indiana. Today, we're proud to serve a dedicated community of farmers in Ohio. To us, helping farmers succeed means so much more than just being a great seed supplier. Our family of employees and dealers are committed to helping farmers seek new challenges, push boundaries, and innovate in an ever-changing industry. That's what makes Beck's different. We love what we do. We are and will remain farmers at heart.
You expect to be there for them all the way. So you expect to see world-class doctors close to home. Memorial Health System's new cancer center is now open in Belpre with comprehensive care. Plus the area's only CyberKnife for non-invasive treatments. So you can expect a lot more joy together. Memorial Health System. Expect more.
Hey, it's football season, and when it comes to big plays, big hits, and big-time players, there's only one Tiger Big Drill of the game. The Tiger Big Drill of the game is made possible by the Fry Dental Group. Sure, they whiten teeth, fix cavities, and make bad teeth better, but make no mistake about it. When it comes Friday night, they get fired up for football. The Tiger Big Drill of the game, brought to you by the Fry Dental Group, 1309 Green Street. Exceptional dentistry for extraordinary smiles.
Getting that big promotion must feel good. Why not celebrate moving up by moving into a new home? Hi, this is Steve McCarthy with Real Living McCarthy Real Estate, and life is full of those them moments, meaning if I knew then what I know now. Real estate is at the top of the list. Let us help you calculate the money you would spend on paying rent compared to the equity you could build in your own home or condo. We've been at this for more than 60 years, so we've watched a lot of them moments turn into now moments. Real Living McCarthy Real Estate, 318 2nd Street, Marietta. Under all is the land. Own some of it.
If you say that you're over the moon, you mean that you're very pleased about something. That describes to a T a visit to Over the Moon Pub and Pizza. Every day, enjoy 15% off purchases of $25 or more to all military and frontline responders. Paskies, pub trivia every Wednesday. Sign up at 7. The fun starts at 7:30. Thursday, slice night from 4 to 10 p.m. with pizza, pint, and pitcher specials. Only at Over the Moon Pub and Pizza, 170 Front Street, Marietta. Open 11:30 a.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sunday and Monday.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
Welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game broadcast. We always love talking high school football with the great Jim Lachey. And Jim, we've spoken many times in the past about your old stomping grounds and the great football that's played in West Central Ohio, really up and down the Indiana border. Why is football so consistently good in that part of the state?
You know, Skip, it's really hard to put a finger on it, but it's just kind of tradition. You know, that's what kids like to do in the fall, and that's what the parents did, and, you know, now the grandparents have done it. It's been good football for a long time, but, yeah, the MAC conference back there, which St. Henry, my high school, is a part of, has been, you know, really outstanding throughout their history. I think overall they have like 134 state championships in all sports. Football, they won 2 last year with Coldwater and Bremen both taking home the crown. So that was pretty cool to see. In multiple years they've had it. So I think, again, you see that, you see other kids winning, and, you know, there's a lot of kids that are related back there. You know, it's not unusual to have a cousin or two on a team that you play against. So, you know, you kind of want to go against them, and you want to play against them, and you see them winning a state championship. Heck, I can do that. And, you know, you figure it out, and you work hard, and some good things happen. But, you know, most of all, they've had great coaches, you know. You come to think of what Tim Goodwin has been able to do at Marion Local over the years. You know, he's got 134 career wins, just 34 losses throughout his career. He's been fantastic. You know, I think of Chip Otten and what he's doing at Coldwater right now, he's been fantastic. You know, for a long time, St. Henry had Tim Beckman, won multiple state championships. Right now, Brad Luthman is their head coach. So they got great coaches. Kids want to play, and, you know, that's kind of been the tradition of what you do in the fall. It's, you know, that's kind of middle America, so to speak. And, you know, kids grew up with it, and they want to do it. And they've seen, again, their brothers do it, their uncles do it. their fathers do it, and they want to continue to do it. And, like you said, success breeds success, and they see a couple state championships, they want to go to work and see if they can win one.
Jim, none of those schools are very large, generally, divisions 4 through 7, but with the expanded playoffs beginning this year, maybe are there now opportunities to play some larger schools who may have been hesitant to schedule them before?
No, I think that is right. With the expanded playoffs, there's going to be opportunities for, those schools to play. But, with that conference, it's a pretty big conference, so they have, 8 or 9 teams in it already. So it's pretty much a full schedule once you get into it. And then, certainly when you get into the playoffs, expanded, a lot of those teams you get a chance to maybe see again if you're in that same division. Yeah, kind of Coldwater has been the upper half. They've been 4 and 5. St. Henry's been 6 and 7 divisions, depending on the year. It has been good small school football. Yeah, the classes aren't that big. Anywhere from 65, 70 students to maybe 120 when you're talking about Coldwater. So yeah, it's just good small football guys. Like I said, know everybody on the other teams. You see them all summer long. You compete. A lot of them are 3 or 4 sport kids that play a lot of different things that see the same athletes throughout the year. So it is, but yeah, they're well schooled once they get to that Final Four. They know that they've been battle tested because of the schedule that they had to go through the regular season and then certainly into the playoffs.
Jim, need to ask you about the Buckeyes with the season beginning next week. They're always going to be good, but I guess expectations with a new quarterback for Ohio State.
Well, Skip, expectations always for Ohio State are sky high, and they should be. Heck, they're coming off 4 straight Big Ten championships. That's something that's never been done in the history of the Big Ten Conference. Right now they're the number 1 dog when you talk about Big Ten football, and certainly that's paid off in recruiting. They've done a fantastic job recruiting over the years, and now we're going to see one of those big-time recruits, C.J. Stroud, get the opportunity to lead Ohio State's offense, and that's what you have to do, because there is so much talent on the offensive line with the running backs, the wide receivers. Certainly you look at the defensive line, the defensive backs. You don't need to be anything crazy. You just need to go out there and take care of the football and make sure you get a win. Now, opening on the road is going to be tough. These guys haven't had fans in over a year, so that's going to be an interesting component for the Buckeyes. But they'll be ready to go for the opener. They got a lot of talent, and that talent will be excited to have some fans in the stands to watch them play.
Former Buckeye All-American, NFL All-Pro, Super Bowl champion, the great Jim Lachey, the pride of St. Henry, Ohio. We always love talking football with you, Jim.
No problem, Skip. Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back on the Ohio News Network.
Bex recognizes this week's player with heart, Grant Maston from Jackson High School, for his commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
And our community, it's really an awesome thing. We have an awesome community that supports us and whatever we need.
Grant isn't just talking about game nights either. He started his own foundation 2 years ago, and the community has helped him donate hundreds of pairs of shoes.
I started the Tackles for Tots. So the first year, I pledged a pair of shoes for every tackle, and I ended up with 120 tackles.
And the 4.0 student still finds time to show horses and other livestock across the country.
Definitely important in our lives, and it's a great portion of it, really. And it's kind of been a generational thing too. It's kind of a long line, but it's something that's really prominent in our family.
At Bex, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
Get hot August savings at Pioneer Family Auto in Parkersburg. Upgrade your ride to one of over 700 new Honda, Volkswagen, Mazda, or pre-owned vehicles. Take advantage of hot deals like 0% financing up to 6 years or no payments until October. Plus, we're paying over book value for every trade and vehicles just like yours. Bring your current credit information for guaranteed finance options and your best deal. All roads lead to hot deals. Pioneer Honda, VW, Mazda of Parkersburg or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CD for details.
Is it safe to put on our dancing shoes? You better believe it. And Dancing with the Ducks Season 5 is set for People's Bank Theater for the evening of October 23rd. A whole new cast of dancing doctors will take to the stage and raise money for Ronald McDonald House charities. With a dentist, a veterinarian, a therapist, a chiropractor, dancing educators, and a surgeon. Oh my! This isn't Halloween early. It's Dancing with the Docs Season 5, October 23rd. Tickets now available at the People's Bank Theater website.
Hey, it's football season, and when it comes to big plays, big hits, and big-time players, there's only one Tiger Big Drill of the game. The Tiger Big Drill of the game is made possible by the Fry Dental Group. Sure, they whiten teeth, fix cavities, and make bad teeth better, but make no mistake about it. When it comes Friday night, they get fired up for football. The Tiger Big Drill of the Game, brought to you by the Fry Dental Group, 1309 Green Street. Exceptional dentistry for extraordinary smiles.
Transport gas easily and safely in a 5-gallon can from Apex True Value. Right now, choose from a regular, diesel, or kerosene gas can for only $15.99 each while supplies last. They feature a flame shield safety system and an EPA/CARB compliant spout that closes automatically with an airtight seal. All are constructed of high-density polyethylene with dual handles for convenient transport and pouring. Hurry in for these bargains of the month and other automotive necessities at Apex True Value.
This is ONN.
All right, thanks once again to Jim Lachey for joining us at halftime tonight. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Beck's Hybrids from the Ohio News Network.
Call Walter J. McCarthy for the best in real estate. Oh, for those of us who've been a part of this community for a long time, that jingle would conjure up some good memories when a real estate guy by the name of Walter J. McCarthy would put in a good day's work, enjoy his family and friends, and figure out a way to do it just a little bit better the next day. This is Steve McCarthy from Real Living McCarthy Real Estate, proud to be a second-generation realtor in my hometown. So if you want to buy or sell, then Walt's the man for you. Real Living McCarthy Real Estate, serving the area since 1957.
People's Bank offers the most locations in Washington and Wood counties, which gives our bank customers access to walk in a door, meet with a local banker, and feel comfortable about every transaction. This is Danielle Bruni, manager of the Putnam Street location. People's Bank employs the most people of any bank in our area, so you're most likely to see us at the grocery store, ball game, or school function. At our bank, there's a reason why the word people comes first. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
Most people that have wood floors want carpet, and most people that have carpet want wood floors. At Honest Fred's, that's why we're in business. We found out that what was cool 15 years ago isn't cool now. Next time you walk into a room at your house, picture it with different flooring, then let Honest Fred's get to work. Honest Fred's Flooring, Marietta, Parkersburg, and Spencer.
Take a small drive to big savings. HonestFreds.com.
If you say that you're over the moon, you mean that you're very pleased about something. That describes to a T a visit to Over the Moon Pub and Pizza. Every day, enjoy 15% off purchases of $25 or more to all military and frontline responders. Pasties, pub trivia every Wednesday. Sign up at 7. The fun starts at 7:30. Thursday, slice night from 4 to 10 p.m. with pizza, pint, and pitcher specials. Only at Over the Moon Pub and Pizza, 170 Front Street, Marietta. Open 11:30 a.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Closed Sunday and Monday.
Back here at halftime, Aaron Cassidy, Bill Parks, 21-14. The Tigers trail by 7. Big defensive stand built into the half, and the Tigers got some things going offensively. So at halftime, you got to make some adjustments defensively. And we were talking, I don't know that you have to make a ton offensively. Your run game's working with the counter. And we also saw maybe River starting to wear down a little bit. They have a lot of guys that go both ways. Tigers do too, but I feel like River has maybe 9 of their 11 guys that go both ways.
Yeah, I think right now, yeah, like you said, Aaron, you know, after talking off the air at halftime, I think it is for the Tigers. It's something that defensively is going to be a majority of their adjustments right now. They've got to figure out a way to slow this passing attack from the River Pilots down. Isley's really doing a great job of being able to escape the edges and buy time to get rid of the football. But you got to give it to their wide receivers. They're coming back to the football really well, and they're moving the football. Now, granted, they were up at what, 21-0 at one point?
Yeah, it was
or 14-7.
14-7, yeah.
And then went to 21-7. 21-7 now, 21-14, and the Tigers, a great job. You know, not allowing the lack of success they had early on in this game dictate the direction in which the game went. They kept chipping away, doing a great job offensively. They started moving the football and gaining confidence. You could tell after that first touchdown that went 62 yards to Elias Kelly down this far side. There was just so much excitement. And you really felt like this team was really clicking. The confidence was coming out of these guys, and then the defense responds. I tell you what, they're playing really good football right now, all three phases of the game.
Well, let's take a look at some key statistics tonight. Of course, your halftime stats are made possible by Merrill Lynch, member FINRA SIPC, located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. At Merrill Lynch, they know that just like tonight's game, there's a strategy, a game plan, and a hopeful outcome. The same holds true for your investments, retirement, and financial future. Call Bill Mannix today at 740-568-7860 for a tried and tested financial plan. They say, go Tigers. We'll highlight some of the big statistics for Marietta. Gerber, I have unofficially up around the 30-yard mark rushing with 10 carries, but more importantly, he has a 60-yard touchdown pass, a 43-yard touchdown pass, so at least 123, maybe a little bit more in the air for Gerber tonight, who's playing a pretty good game. Lars Kelly has both of those touchdowns, 103 yards receiving for him on 3 receptions for him. And then taking a look at River, defensive or offensively, Bill, it's been the big plays for them. They really haven't hurt the Tigers too much rushing the football. They started to run a little bit on the Tigers. I think unofficially they have no one over 25 yards rushing, but the pass game has been big for them. 72-yard touchdown, a 59-yard touchdown by their quarterback in Cable Isley. So it's going to be a half of second adjustments here for Marietta and River. We're going to take one more timeout. We'll have second half kickoff here from River. Tigers trail 21-14, but we'll get the ball to start the second half. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
From farm to family favorites, you want only the best for your family. And your trusted dairy, Prairie Farms Marietta, formerly Broughton Foods, is passionate about the purity of the dairy products that they produce. It's part of the favorite meal you'll make when the kids come back home. From every birthday cake you bake to every measuring cup you pour. And when a recipe becomes a family treasure. From our family to yours, Prairie Farms Marietta, because your family deserves the very best.
Back here at halftime, just under 20 seconds to go. Eric Cassidy, Bill Park, so glad you're joining us on this Friday night, wherever you may be. WMOA Marietta, AM 1490, FM 101.3. Also the WMOA app. Make sure you take us wherever you may be. If you're going to take the dog out for a walk or whatever it may be, just download the WMOA app. Take us with you. Plug it in your car. You can listen through your speakers, just like you're listening on AM or FM in Marietta. 21-14, Tigers trail right now. Bill will get the second half kickoff and hopefully get some good things started here offensively.
Yeah, you would hope so. And they're going to need it. They're going to need a big score here in this first possession. I think if they can score in this first possession, Aaron, that's going to dictate a lot of how the rest of this first half goes. It's going to give them opportunity to remove a little bit of wind out of the sails of this Pilots team. I mean, maybe they got a paddle wheel, but I tell you, they may be relying on a little bit of wind right now, and the Tigers need to take that wind out.
Well played. As you take a look over to our right, I just now noticed their kind of football facility is kind of shaped like a stern wheel, if you will, and they have the smoke when they score a touchdown that comes out. This is an interesting setting as we wait for the two teams to come out on the field. We got the plus 2 minutes for the two teams to warm up. Behind us, we have nothing but woods. To our left, we have a little bit of a tailgate going up on the hill, and then over straight in front of us is the high school. Drops off across the street, you have the river. And so nice setting for football. We're kind of up on a hill. It's starting to get damp. That's the other point we wanted to make, Bill, is our papers are starting to get a little bit of dew on them, so that could impact the second half here.
Yeah, especially this artificial turf. Holds a lot of heat throughout the day. As this air starts to cool, we hit that dew point. Then you have that condensation start building on the field. See if that creates any issues here in this second half. As as the Pilots, a lot of success throwing the football. See if that hinders a little bit if this ball starts getting a little wet.
Tigers on the radio here, Bill. 75th year for WMOA this year, and was talking to Johnny Wharf earlier this week. First Tiger game was in 46 or 47. I can't remember what he told me, but how about that? The Tigers on the radio, 75-year anniversary for WMOA, and so we hope that you celebrate it with us. I know a lot of good things going to be happening with the station, and make sure that each and every Friday night we'll have the Tigers for you here. Big game tomorrow on Jaws Country. You want Fort Fry as they play a home game. And
well, I tell you, it was a good night last night to be a Tiger fan, though, Aaron. How about this the Tigers athletics last night? The girls golf, Sailor Wharfs, she medals with a 41. The team beat Megs by 31 strokes. Junior high volleyball was a 2-0 win over Frontier. JV volleyball, a 2-0 win over Zanesville. Varsity volleyball, 3-0 win over Zanesville. Boys soccer, varsity JV, and girls all win over Dover. And the junior high football at 16-8 win over Athens. So
I'll tell you what, if you have not seen the boys and girls soccer team, make sure you make your way out to Davola. You have two extremely talented teams that are fun to watch. In fact, one of the players on this Tiger team, Meagle, is a soccer player, and so, but they're a fun team to watch. And the boys team undefeated. I think the girls, as you mentioned, might be undefeated as well. And so you hear the buzzer in the background, and that is second half action just underway here in a few minutes.
Boat horn.
It was kind of like a tugboat, right?
Yeah.
Never know what you're going to get on the river here. Set to kick off, and the Tigers will return this one from the 21-yard line across the 25 to the 30-yard line, out across to the 31-yard line. I wish we could give credits, and I made a mistake not making my way down and seeing who that was on the return for the Tigers is in their away jerseys. And the PA guy doesn't know either, as I was trying to rely on him, as the Tigers don't have a number 28 on their roster. We'll get that from Coach Shove this week. So Marietta out of the shotgun. They have two backs in the backfield, two receivers to the left. Gerber's going to keep it. Gerber up across the 35. Gerber to the 40 and punishes his way down to the 43-yard line. Tyler Gerber, and Bill, the adjustment here you got to like is the Tigers have gone to a two-back set with Gerber in the backfield. So now that counter, that quarterback keeper up the middle, has two blockers coming with it.
Right, not only has two blockers, but now there's just two more options back there in that backfield. A little more for this defense to have to think about to try and account for, and it's creating some holes here for the Tigers.
Gerber out of the shotgun. River shows blitz. He's going to keep it again. Gerber is going to be met at the line of scrimmage and dropped near the line of scrimmage. So he ran right into the blitz. He really didn't have much of an option because waiting on him was a couple River defenders led by number 53 for this River team, and that is Byer. So big second down and 10, ball at the 44-yard line of Marietta. They move from right to left in their white tops tonight. Option to the left. That is going to be to Bartlett. Bartlett sidesteps a tackle, and he works his way up near the 49-yard line. So Zach Bartlett picks up 5, and it brings up third down and medium here for the Tigers with 10:38 to go. Second half of play. Tigers trail 21-14.
Nice move there by Bartlett, Aaron. A little stutter step. He was able to hop back inside, make a guy miss, pick up half of what he needed there for the first down. Third down and 5 here, but third down and a little more manageable for the Tigers.
Marietta's Gerber in the shotgun, flanked by two running backs, two receivers to his left. Gerber's going to run the option again. It's going to be a pass out to Bartlett. Bartlett hits the hole hard and down into Pilot's territory. And Bartlett to the 40-yard line picks up a Tiger first down, and he was shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, very decisive run there by Bartlett, Aaron. He saw a little crease, and he knew instantly he wanted to hit it. He turned it on, and a big pickup there, moving the sticks of the Tigers down to the 40-yard line here. So just what this team needs now. Again, they're eating up a little bit of clock, moving the ball, gaining some confidence. This is what you want to see right now of the Tigers.
Same formation. Gerber out of the shotgun. Gerber's going to look to throw. No, he's going to keep it up the middle. Gerber's going to break it free down the left sideline. Gerber inside the 30-yard line to the 29, and another Tiger first down.
Yeah, great job there by Gerber. That little just quick step. He took one step back, almost like he was going to drop back for a pass, but that was only to put a foot in the ground, and a great job getting north and south there by QB 10 as he's able to find a crease up the middle and another big first down for the Tigers.
So Gerber on this drive has really marched the Tigers down probably 20 yards or so rushing. on this drive for the Tiger quarterback, who's out of the shotgun again. Same play. Gerber's going to sidestep a tackle up the middle. Gerber down inside the 25 to the 21-yard line. It's going to be just shy of a first down. Bring up second down and short from Marietta. 9:12 to go. Tigers trail 21-14. The thing you got to watch here if you're River, Bill, Gerber fakes that counter, pulls back and throws the ball down the left sideline.
Yeah, absolutely, Aaron. And I was thinking the exact same thing. This might be a pretty good spot for it, but at the same time, they're moving the football. See if they continue just to keep this thing on the ground, eat clock, and assure that they are able to get some points out of this and eliminate any chance for a turnover.
Tyler Gerber, low snap's going to just have to fall on the football, and he does. Back at the 28-yard line, so he loses 7 on the play. It's going to bring up third down. And check that, not 7 on the play, loses 6 on the play. It's going to bring up about third down and 10. And so a low snap, and those are the things that kind of kill you on a drive like this, Bill. Third down and 10, definitely 4-down territory here for the Tigers. So you don't have to get it all here at the 27. They scrimmage from the 27. They have to get to the 17 for a first down. River shows blitz. Gerber's going to pitch it left side. That is to Bartlett. Bartlett down inside the 20. Bartlett is going to be near a first down, and Bartlett gets downhill and picks up a Tiger first down.
Well, great job there by number 23, Zach Bartlett, able to get his shoulder pads down, get his level down, get his head forward. He's got his steam moving forward there. He's falling forward. He's picking up yards on every play he touches the football.
Tigers break the huddle with 7:58 to go. They trail 21-14, but have first and 10 from the 15-yard line, so they can pick up a first down inside the 5. Gerber, quarterback counter, hits the hole hard. Gerber falls down inside the 10-yard line. And another big gain there of 5 yards for the Tigers, and that is Gerber.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. A great job there by Gerber. Find a little hole in the middle of the field and still picking up yards every time he carries the football. And the Tigers now second down and 5, going to mark this one around the 10-yard line. 7:25 and going here. Tigers down 7. 21-14 is the lead right now for the Pilots.
Gerber keeps it up the middle. Gerber's going to be hit as the linebacker comes in. He's going to be down to set up the Tigers for a third down and short. The ball about the 7. They have to get to the 5-yard line to pick up the first down. Let's see exactly where they mark it, and it's going to bring up third down, and they're going to say 4. It's probably closer to 3. 6:58 to go. Third quarter, Tigers trail 21-14, but on a drive.
Yeah, let's see if they try and test the edge here now, Aaron. Suck in that defense. The Pilots are really putting a lot of guys in the box.
Gerber going to give. No, keeps it up the middle, off the fake give. Hit hard, and he falls forward to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up fourth down after maybe a loss of 1 on the play, Bill. And I saw what he saw. He had the option to hand it off. A guy flashed on the edge. He kept it. Linebackers crashed, and it's going to bring up fourth down and 5 here from Marietta.
Yeah, he made the right decision there for sure in keeping that football. Had he given it to Bartlett, there was going to be nothing there. He was probably going to lose more than what Gerber was able to pick up.
Gerber out of the shotgun, going to pitch it left to Bartlett. Bartlett's going to be ridden down at the 10-yard line, and River's going to get a stop. Tigers are going to have to turn this one over inside the 10-yard line. As coming up and making the tackle was Austin Kramer, the linebacker, and so the Tigers drive stalls, but Bill, defensively, they're going to have to step up here as River. They have them down at the 10-yard line, their own 10-yard line. So they will be backed up near their own goal line if they go out of the shotgun.
Yeah, certainly a bit deflating there for this Tiger offense to have to give that ball away after a very productive first drive here in the second half. It's, like you said, Aaron, defensive adjustments. How's this defense going to adjust? How they're going to respond as they've got River now with their backs against the wall. See if River comes out throwing this football again like they did early in the first half.
6:09 to go, third quarter, 21-14. River with the lead in the football at their own 11-yard line. Isley out of the shotgun. It's going to fake give. He's going to keep it on the right side, and he's going to move it up the right sideline. Picks up 15 on the play, does Isley for River. And, Bill, they kind of went with a run-pass option where he had the option to either throw it in the flats or keep it. He kept it.
Yeah, he did, and he was able to find that edge, and that's where he's been hurting the Tigers all night long, Aaron, is getting to the edge, whether that's running the football or creating more time to get rid of the football in the passing game, but it's those corners to see if they're able to squeeze him down here from the defensive end positions.
Isley out of the shotgun again. Low snap, and he gets on it. but he loses one on the play, maybe two, as he takes a low snap. Going to bring up second down and long, 5:55 as this third quarter ticks along, 21-14. Tigers trail by 7.
Yeah, Pilots had a little bit of a rough time here 2 weeks in a row now, getting that football back there to the quarterback in the shotgun formation. The center I saw on film a few times last week he actually rolled the ball to the quarterback a couple of times as he was losing the handle on the football, and looks like we did again. Who knows whether it's some of that condensation, some of the dew on the ground causing a little wet football or what it is, but now second down and long here for the Pilots.
2nd and 13 from their own 22. Snap back. Isley rolls left, looks to throw. Ball is almost picked off. I think you might have an illegal man downfield. There's a penalty flag that flew. You got a hold on the Tigers. Oh, that's unfortunate. It would have bring up third down and long. Instead, it's going to be a first down for the Pilots. A holding in the secondary. Not that I didn't see. I didn't look. And so the back official was right on it. And with 5:14 to go, it'll be that'll be a 10-yard penalty. And it's going to bring up second down and 3 because
is it second down or is it? Yep.
On the hold, they keep it down. Yeah, second down and 3. So the Pilots will have the ball with 3 receivers to the left, single receiver here to the right. Isley has the back of the backfield with him. Tigers bring the blitz. They flip it out in the flats. Tigers miss a tackle, slipping the tackle, and up on that left side was Latham, and a penalty flag flies again in the secondary, but let's see. This one's going to be on River, a hold on the Pilots. That one came in late, Bill. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I didn't. I actually thought they might get a late block in the back on that far side, Aaron, but no, it's going to be chalked up as a holding, so they're going to give the Tigers 10 more back here. After the Tigers give the Pilots 10, we'll give them 10 back, and we're going to replay that one again, second down again for the third time.
Lothman on the catch on that far side, and so when they mark this off, it's a spot foul. They're going to mark it. Well, now the Pilots are moving up. This can't be right. Did Marietta decline the penalty and make it a third down and short? Let's see. Or did they pick up the flag?
Oh, they waved it off.
Yeah, they picked up the flag, so that's going to be a first down for River with 5:08 to go here in the third quarter. It's a big penalty to be waved off there. Out of the shotgun, Isley going to fake the give, going to look to throw. And Isley still on his feet, fires it across the middle on a dangerous pass. Has a good job by the Tigers. Lars Kelly pulls up, doesn't make the hit where he could have easily, and he would have been penalized for doing so. Thompson was the intended receiver there. And Bill, as a quarterback, this is quarterback 101, and I always got yelled at. You never want to throw across your body. It's exactly what happened there. The receiver was trailing, and he almost had the interception there. Second down and 10 now for River. 4:54 to go. On an odd drive here, to say the least. River leads Marietta 21-14. Ball from the 36-yard line of River. High snap, that could be trouble. And Isley pulls it down, now flips it out in the flats. Lotham's going to get the catch and get out to the 35-yard line. And right on cue, it couldn't get even more weird than it does. There's a Tiger down, maybe with a cramp, it looks like. And actually, a couple Tigers are going to take a seat and say, we'll stretch things out here. 4:41 to go. A big third down and 10 when we return. Tigers trail 21-14 River with a third and 10 when we come back.
Auto Plus understands what it's like to be a good neighbor, and it sure is nice to hear the sound of power equipment fill the air, see folks working under car and under the hood, and looking out for their neighbor. Auto Plus believes that if a town has enough people that roll up their sleeves, there just isn't much that can keep us down. Auto Plus is everything auto parts, but we do our share of pressure washers, generators, and hand sanitizer by the case. Let's face it, if the going gets tough, this is a pretty good place to be. Auto Plus, keeping the doors open in all the little river towns around the valley. As long as you roll up your sleeves, we'll have what you need.
Perry & Associates CPAs knows your business, and they know business taxes. They take the hassle out of your business accounting. Perry & Associates, where professional accountants are solving complex tax problems. They are distinctive in their services and dedicated to you paying the least amount of taxes legally possible. Call Perry & Associates today with 5 convenient locations in Marietta, Vienna, Cambridge, St. Clairsville, and Wheeling.
For the most part, at Reliving McCarthy Real Estate, we are looking forward, but sometimes it's nice to stop and reflect. That's right, turn off the phone, sit on the porch, and reminisce. You might be surprised how productive it makes the rest of your day. This is Steve McCarthy from Reliving McCarthy Real Estate. When the doors opened on this business in 1957, the average price of a new home was $12,000. Gas was 24 cents, and a Swanson TV dinner, 75 cents. Okay, enough of that. The point I want to make is, if you need a place with a good front porch to sit and think, I'd love to help you find it.
We're out of the timeout. A couple Tigers with cramps. Only one had to come out of the game. Actually, two did. Now is a big 3rd down and 10 here as River has it from the 36-yard line. Isley's in the shotgun all by his lonesome. He's going to take a snap. He's going to roll to his left and look left. Pass down the left sideline is caught at the 46-yard line. They needed to get to the 45. They got to the 46. And I'll tell you what, Isley put that one right on the money to Thompson and a 1st down.
Yeah, pretty good pass right there. He put it where only Thompson was going to be able to get to the football, but got to also credit Thompson for knowing where those sticks were at, Aaron. He was on the far side of the field and was still able to get just beyond the sticks, come back to the football, and get a fresh set of downs here for the River Pilots. And the Marietta Tigers defense a little bit on their heels here, just trying to get a stop.
4:05 to go, 3rd quarter. And a snap back. A give up the middle and working his way all the way down in the Tiger territory inside the 35, running wild there. Out of the backfield was the ball carrier in Kramer. And you have a couple other Tigers here that are going to cramp up again. It is that kind of night, this warm, and we're going to keep it right here with 3:53 to go, Bill. They pass, then they give it to Kramer, who's a good back out of the backfield. He broke through that first line and then hit the second level and was able to get it. Something I want to mention, as you and I both had the opportunity to watch Caleb Isley on film, River on film this week, and his improvement from week 1 to week 2 has been unbelievable throwing the football.
Right, yeah, absolutely. And he's definitely progressing as a young man, as a young quarterback, and he's just reading the field differently than what he was last week, and he's really creating a lot of opportunities. But also his feet is also creating a lot of opportunities for him to throw the ball as well, because he's done a great job on the ground and through the air here for the River Pilots.
So you have a couple Tigers down still, getting stretched out with cramps on a night that game time was probably close to the 80s on that field, probably felt closer to 100. And so the young Tigers get younger because a couple starters are going to have to come off the field, and they continue to work on them. We're going to take a quick timeout. 3:54 to go, 3rd quarter. Tigers trail 21-14. When we come back, you're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Free fries now! Get your free fries! Hey gang, it's Sarah, just getting the word out because who doesn't like free? At your Marietta McDonald's, get free large fries when you download the McDonald's app and join My McDonald's Rewards. Get your choice of hash browns, vanilla cone, McChicken, or a cheeseburger free after your first purchase. I'm not sure what the other apps on your phone do, but let me tell you, the McDonald's app hits the spot. Get your free large fries here. Offer valid for the first-time app users at participating McDonald's. I'm loving it.
You expect to be there for them all the way. So you expect to see world-class doctors close to home. Memorial Health System's new cancer center is now open in Belpre with comprehensive care. Plus the area's only CyberKnife for non-invasive treatments. So you can expect a lot more joy together. Memorial Health System. Expect more.
1st down and 10 out of the timeout from the 31-yard line. Isley going to look to throw for River. Puts it across the middle. Thompson with the catch. Thompson for River down at the 20-yard line. They're going to push him back to the 21-yard line, and it's going to be another River 1st down. Right now, a nice drive put together by River, Bill. You remember at one point they were down 3rd down and long. A Tiger hold allows a 1st down, then a picked up hold on River. So a couple things not going the Tigers' way on this drive, and River, credit them of capitalizing. And right now they lead 21-14, and they're in the Tiger territory at the 21. And have a 1st down and 10. Isley, high snap, going to give. No, he's going to roll and look to throw. He's going to cut it up the middle. Penalty flag flies, and he's going to be brought down inside the 15-yard line. This is going to be a hold or a chop block.
I think they're going to get a hold on that backside, Aaron.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. And that's one of the ones, if you're a coach, if they're going to mark this off 10 yards where you're like, that wasn't even near the play.
Right.
Your wide receiver's holding a cornerback on the far side. And so that's a big break for our Tigers, though, is a first down and 10 at the 21 is going to put River back to first down, and let's call it, let's see exactly where they mark it off at.
Yeah, and it gives the other, quarter of this Tiger defense a chance to stretch out over here on the sidelines. As they've got all kinds of starters laying around over here, Aaron, trying to get stretched out and get it back on the field. And that buys a little bit more time for him there as River gets backed up with a penalty.
Timeout River, an odd situation to take a timeout after the penalty. Only moves them back 2 yards because of where it took place at. So a first down and 12 for River when we come back. They lead the Tigers 21-14. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
Get hot, hot, hot. August savings now at Pioneer Family Auto in Marietta. Choose from over 700 hot new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Ford, Lincoln, or pre-owned vehicles. Take advantage of hot deals like 0% financing up to 6 years or no payments until October. Plus, we need pre-owned vehicles just like yours. So we're paying over book value for every trade. And regardless of credit history, Pioneer can help you get the car you deserve. All roads lead to Marietta. Pioneer Chevrolet, Pioneer Buick GMC, Family Ford Lincoln, or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CD for details.
Back here, third quarter, Aaron Cassidyville Parks on this Friday night. 2:53 to go, 21-14 here in the third quarter. Tigers trail by 7. Big plays have been the name of the game. We've had a 72-yard touchdown, a 52-yard touchdown. Tigers with a 40-yard touchdown, and then I believe a 57. I don't have my stats right in front of me. They went somewhere. But it has been big plays, and that's been most of, if you go back and you take a look at the first drive of the game, that's been the difference in this game right now is the 7 points that first drive. They went 80 yards, did River. Now we'll get set out of the timeout. Out of the shotgun, blitz, going to throw a jump ball into the end zone, touchdown. They beat the Tigers on another wheel route. We saw that one similar for a touchdown. This time, Isley, a touchdown to the end zone. And on the other side of that touchdown was, I believe, Austin Kramer, number 3, unofficially is who I had. And again, just on a wheel route, a nicely designed play, 27-14, with the point after 10 pending.
Yeah, it looked like it was maybe just a little bust or blown coverage there on that backside and allowed the wide receiver to get behind the corner over there. And Isley just kind of threw up a jump ball. He just heaved the ball as far as he possibly could.
Tigers trail now by a score of 27-14. Point after attempt is going to sneak through. It's up and good. So, new score, 2:58 to go. 28-14. Tigers trail by 2 touchdowns when we come back.
Walter J. McCarthy for the best in real estate. Oh, for those of us who've been a part of this community for a long time, that jingle would conjure up some good memories when a real estate guy by the name of Walter J. McCarthy would put in a good day's work, enjoy his family and friends, and figure out a way to do it just a little bit better the next day. This is Steve McCarthy from Real Living McCarthy Real Estate, proud to be a second-generation realtor in my hometown. So if you want to buy or sell, then Walt's the man for you. Real Living McCarthy Real Estate, serving the area since 1957.
Our thanks to Derek Jones back at the studios, taking care of us all night. 2:48 to go, third quarter. We have a new score up on that scoreboard after both teams went back and forth midway through the second. And most of this third quarter, it's 28-14, River on top of Marietta. Tigers had River on that drive in a couple opportunities. They had a chance to get off the field, just unable to do it. And River, credit them, they make the Tigers pay for it. And, I question the time of the timeout because it happened right after a couple Tigers are cramped up. And then River calls a timeout in an odd spot, and rightly so, though, Bill. Their coach designs a beautiful pass play. And it just crossed underneath and kind of a wheel route down the sidelines, and Isley again throws a beautiful football.
Yeah, and I had said maybe they saw something alignment-wise that he didn't like on the offensive side. I think it may have actually been the other way around. I think he saw something on the defense that he wanted to exploit with all the Tigers out with cramps on the far side. He saw, a young guy in there that he wanted to go after.
That ball is going to get into the end zone on the kickoff after it hit the 20 and bounced. And so with 2:48 to go, Bill, Tigers got to continue the positive that they saw. They drove all the way down to the 10-yard line and had a drive stop, which would have tied the game. And so that's how big of a momentum switch. But the Tigers trying to get the momentum back here. We saw some good things running the football.
Yeah, they were able to move the football in their first possession of the second half, Aaron. They did a good job getting down to the 10-yard line. Unfortunately, like you said, they were unable to punch it in. But they built on it. They got something to build on now where they can move this football. And really, they got to get the defense off the field for a little bit here and see if they can put together another long drive. Because obviously, still in this football game, only a 2-score.
Tyler Gerber, 2 backs to the backfield. He's going to flip it out on that far side. Ball caught. Lars Kelly makes the man miss. Lars Kelly across the 30 to the 35-yard line. So a nice, hard throw. That was from the middle of the field to the far side of the field. Gerber shows off his arm, and the Tigers pick up a first down.
Yeah, that's a long pass to make for a young quarterback, but he put the ball on the money, and he's even able to send a message to Lars Kelly with the placement of the football of where the defense was coming up on the back side of him. And he threw that ball inside. Lars Kelly was able to make the catch and stem him inside, a little spin outside, create a little bit more room and a fresh set of downs here for the Tigers.
Tigers, 2 backs in the backfield. They send a man in motion, and now a penalty flag flies. And they're going to get the Tigers on a false start. Unfortunately for Marietta there, it's usually when you get a false start, the defense stops, and it was just bad timing for Marietta, and it was Dotson who got the ball in a little bit of a sweep play, and he still got tackled pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, granted, there was nothing malicious there. I mean, the guy was coming through the center of the field so fast, number 3 for this Pilots team. He was coming through so quickly. I mean, he couldn't pull up. He had to hit the guy, and he sent number 2, Dawson, for a little ride.
Tigers sent a man in motion. Marietta's going to have to burn a timeout as they had a little bit of confusion. 1:47. That clock continues to run. There's a timeout, and that clock's running, so they finally stopped the clock. Timeout on the field. Bill, we'll keep it right here. How about the Tiger? We talked about the soccer teams. The Marietta Tigers boys soccer team with a 25-2 scoring differential between them and their opponents.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. And, that's a program, this soccer team for Marietta, a program that is no secret, that just seems to reload every year and come back and be able to put some incredible talent out on the field. And they're making deep runs every single year, it seems, into the state playoffs. And it's good to see. I mean, this entire Marietta athletics program is really on the right track right now. They're doing things right. I believe they're starting to get the coaching, all their coaching squads.
It's important for every program to be on the same page.
Absolutely.
And I think that culture by Cody, their athletic director, Vanderleek, has done a good job of getting everyone on the same page. So, bright future for Tiger athletics. Let's see if the Tigers can put together a drive. First down and 15. Gerber's going to put it down. Lars Kelly makes the catch on the right side as he's up to the 35, 36-yard line. So back to the original line of scrimmage. A pass of 5 yards on the play. 1:30 to go. 28-14. Tigers trail by 14, but a little bit of pitch and catch for Lars Kelly. How about those two, Bill? Young players for Marietta, both sophomores. It's a bright future. Gerber's going to send a man on motion. Dotson's going to get the carry, turns it upfield, and he's hit hard at the 35, 36-yard line, pops right up. You love that kid's toughness. I know you and I were talking about Bryce Dotson's toughness. Again, another sophomore for the Tigers coming up tonight.
Yeah, great job there. I mean, he continues to pour the ball in the hole, regardless if it's there or not. He tries to find that spot where the play is designed. He stays committed to the play, and it doesn't matter how big the guy is, it seems like across from him. He's willing to lower his shoulder pads and plow into him, knowing he's probably going to take the brunt of the whole collision.
35 seconds now to go in the third quarter. 3rd and long for Marietta. It's going to be a throw on the far side. Chavez goes up for it, just in and out of his hands at the 41-yard line. A little bit of a high pass, 27 seconds to go. The Marietta Tigers are going to have to punt this one away, and it's 27 seconds. You're getting to a place where, Bill, your offense the next couple possessions are going to have to score, get in that danger zone, and defense is going to have to come up big with a stop here.
Yeah, the way this River team is controlling the football in the line of scrimmage on the offensive side of the ball, you got to imagine that this Tiger offense only has a couple more possessions left, and down by 2 scores, they've got to do something quickly.
What a beautiful punt, though, by Chavez. Going to be fielded at the 25-yard line and a fair catch made, and it's going to bring up first down and 10. And so improvements we've seen, Bill, we talked about we had an opportunity to see River on film, and they say the teams make the biggest improvements from week 1 to 2. We've seen some improvements from Marietta too, and so you just got to you can't give up in a situation like this. You're down 2 scores with 21 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, not at all. And I mean, you know this is a Tiger team that's not going to give up. I mean, you see what they went through last week, and you saw a fight all the way to the last whistle. So they're still very much into this football game. 21 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The Tigers see if they can come up with a stop here.
Give up the middle. No, quarterback pass on the left side, and that is going to be Thompson. Check that. The wide receiver that time was Brody Longwell, and Longwell gets up to the 45-yard line, and a big gain there of 20 yards for River. And that will do it here in the third quarter. So let the last couple seconds take off. We head to the fourth. Tigers trail 28-14 when we come back.
At Honest Fred's Flooring, there's no peak season. In the spring and summer, we might sell more wood flooring. In the fall and winter, more carpeting. We're in the business of listening to our customers and creating what they want. So let me give you the secret mission statement: give people what they want. Honest Fred's Flooring, Marietta, Parkersburg, and Spencer.
Take a small drive to big savings. HonestFreds.com.
At Perry & Associates CPAs, we aren't just in the community, we are of the community. We work with the local colleges to bring interns into our firm and do our best to mold young minds to experience the next phase of life. Perry & Associates believes that if you give young folks a chance and positive directions, they might just stick around, and that benefits the whole community. Perry & Associates, proud to be a part of a growing community. Check us out online at perrycpas.com.
Put 12 minutes to our left up on the clock. Martin Flannery Field, home of the Pilots, and they're in charge right now are the Pilots from River, up 28-14 on Marietta. Big plays have haunted this Tiger team. Pass plays, 3 touchdowns of over 40 yards each for the Pilots have put them in control to start the fourth quarter. First down and 10. Isley's going to look to throw, still on his feet. He's going to be chased out of bounds, but before he is, he's sacked in the backfield. Coming up on the pressure, making the tackle for the Marietta Tigers. That is Shaw. His second sack of the game.
Yeah, great job there by Shaw as he was able to come around from that far side middle linebacker spot, Aaron. A long way to go. He was able to get lateral, good speed to get outside, chase that quarterback down for a big loss. Now second down and 14 here. So Tigers defense still applying that pressure. And that's the key right now, Aaron, getting pressure on the quarterback and Isley.
Isley out of the shotgun, and a penalty flag flies. You got an offsides call on the Tigers lining up in the neutral zone. Their helmet was across, they're going to say. So the sack will be negated on a neutral zone infraction on the Tigers. So what would have been a loss of 5 and a second down and 14, it's going to be a second down and 9 with the ball at the 46-yard line of River. Surprised we're not seeing Kramer a little bit more from River here up, but they're going to continue to throw. Isley puts it on the sideline. Pass complete. Fumble on the play, and they're going to blow it dead again.
Are you kidding?
Wow. The ball is going to be blown dead at the 50-yard line. If anything, that's an incomplete pass, you would think, but they're going to say pass complete. Coach Shobe is making sure he gets the proper explanation with the ball at the 50-yard line, and now they're going to say third down and 5. They are going to give him the catch. And so it'll bring up a third down and 5 here for River. Big third and 5 with 10:15 to go in this fourth quarter. Isley out of the shotgun all by his lonesome. Tigers bring the pressure. Isley still looking. He's going to have to flip it down the sideline. That ball's going to be picked up. Intercepted now. It's going to be dropped at the 50-yard line. It'll put River in a 4th down situation, but almost a diving interception by Caden Durham. And with 10:02 to go, Tigers going to force a punt.
Boy, that one hurts there pretty bad. But then, nevertheless, you're going to get the football back here for the Tigers after, getting a big sack early in this possession there, and then giving it back on the penalty. And they're very fortunate right now to come away from this with 4th down. But a good job by that defense getting to the football. All helmets getting there, knocking the ball in the air. But Tigers couldn't find the handle on it.
Snap back. Tigers come after the punt a little bit. A little end-over-end kick that's going to take a kick for River. Chavez is going to save it from getting too far back. Now he's going to get down the right sideline, pushed out of bounds, and it was close to a late hit. It was probably a good call not to call it. He let up at the last second. And you saw Tigers scatter. You saw officials scatter because there's not a lot of room on this sideline to this near side. So 10 minutes and 1 second to go, Bill. Tigers trail 28-14 here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, Aaron, this quite possibly right here could be the biggest possession of the night for the Tigers, Aaron. After getting the turnover on downs or after the punt, now this offense needs to get something generated here. A 2-point game, or 2-score game, I should say. 14-point lead here still for the Pilots. 10 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter.
Tigers out of the shotgun. Davis to the left of Gerber, who looks to throw. Gerber's going to complete a pass to Durham. Durham spins out of a tackle. Durham up to the 38-yard line. Picks up 8 on the play. 6 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down, or 2nd down and 3. I feel like I'm going to cramp up here.
Well, you've lost a little bit of liquid tonight, Aaron.
You
got a little sweat going.
We decided to sit outside, which was probably a good decision. It's a good 30 degrees hotter in that press box.
Now, you don't look quite as sweat on as Joe Thomas did in the preseason game for the Browns there a couple nights ago. Last week, I've never seen anybody sweat like that in the broadcasting booth in my life.
A quarterback keeper up the middle and a high hit by Gerber as he goes down, or on Gerber, I should say, at the 40-yard line. Gerber's going to pick up 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3, and he is a tough young man. He pops right back up, and that was one where he's losing his feet. Linebacker comes in high, and they just meet up top. 9 minutes to go, 4th quarter, 28-14. Tigers trail by 14, looking to keep this drive alive on 3rd down and short. Gerber's going to look to throw, and Gerber's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Now he reverses field, somehow stays on his feet. Gerber still looking downfield, and he's finally going to be sacked at the 29-yard line. And so this might be a situation. Tigers have to go for it here, Bill. I don't think you can punt it away with 8:30 to go, down 14, and they're going to keep the offense out. I think Coach Shobe wants to use the timeout. He does. So 8:25 to go, 4th quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout. Tigers trail 28-14, faced with a 4th down and 13 when we come back.
It's time to stock up on Duracell batteries from Apex True Value. Today, pick up a 16-pack of AA or AAA batteries for $12.99. Or grab an 8-pack of C or D batteries or a 4-pack of 9-volt batteries for only $13.99. All provide dependable power and long-lasting performance when you need it. Duracell Duralock technology allows the batteries to stay fresh in the package for 10 years. Shop today for these bargains of the month, along with other stock-up products at great prices while supplies last at Apex True Value.
People's Bank offers the most locations in Washington and Wood counties, which gives our bank customers access to walk in a door, meet with a local banker, and feel comfortable about every transaction. This is Danielle Bruni, manager of the Putnam Street location. People's Bank employs the most people of any bank in our area, so you're most likely to see us at the grocery store, ball game, or school function. At our bank, there's a reason why the word people comes first. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
8:24 to go, 4th quarter. Tigers trail 28-14. Aaron Cassidy, Bill Parks. Marietta faced with a 4th down and 13 from their own 31. They have to go for it here. And River brings a blitz. Gerber is going to pull the ball down, now heave it down the middle of the field. And a pass interference call is going to be called at the 38-yard line. Tigers drive will continue as Durham was wide open and would have caught the ball. It's actually, if anything, that's a very good pass interference if you're going to get one, because it's from the line of scrimmage. It is not from
spot.
The spot. So if you're River, you're beat. Just go ahead and grab a hold of them, and that's what they did.
Yeah, it's because it's gonna replay 4th down because I don't think that's gonna be enough to pick up the first down, is it?
They were at 4th and 13. It'll give them a first down by 2 yards.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
It's a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage.
But a good job there by the quarterback, Aaron and Gerber. I'll tell you what, I didn't know how the ball even came out. He was just being absolutely closed down on in that pocket. He stayed in there, stayed strong, got rid of a really good football, tight spiral, and he let it go. And it was just in the right spot to be able to move the football. I mean, you'd rather get the catch, but, you know.
We'll take it.
We'll take it.
28-14. Marietta trails by 14 with 8:23 to go. 2 receivers to the left, single receiver up here to the right, and Lars Kelly. Gerber takes a snap, looks to throw. Gerber's going to be under pressure. Now steps up in the pocket. It's going to keep it. Dances out of a couple tackles. Gerber still on his feet across midfield. How in the world did he get out of trouble? He did, and the defensive player loses his helmet. So that's fortunate for the Tigers because the clock will stop momentarily, and they'll have a 2nd down and 4, and that was turning disaster into a positive gain by Gerber.
Yeah, great job there, making guys miss, and down 2nd down and 6. And that's going to take the big run stopper off the field, too. He lost his hat for River. Because he lost his hat, he's got to go off the field for a play.
2nd and 6. Gerber's going to look to throw. And he puts it on the sideline. Durham makes the catch. Durham up to the 34-yard line, and that's where he's going to be dropped. It's going to bring up 3rd down and short for Marietta. Tigers only with 1 timeout with 7:42 to go. They trail by 14, but they're concerned right now. Just get it in the end zone, and we'll take care of the rest and face it when we see it.
Yeah, obviously 4-down territory again here for the Tigers. The 4-down territory from here on out. 3rd and 1. Good job of the Tigers knowing they had a couple more downs. They didn't need it all at once. Let's see what they can dial up here to keep this ball moving.
Marietta out of the shotgun. Gerber on a quarterback keeper, and he is going to get up and enough down, to a 1st down marker at the 42-yard line, and he was that close. I'm holding up my fingers of breaking that one free, and one of the linemen wrapped him up and took him down.
Yeah, good job there, just moving the chains again, Aaron. The Tigers really encouraging what we're seeing here tonight so far. This offense really moving the football. Obviously would like to have a few more points on the board. Kind of gave 7 back there on the last possession, but they're moving the football and continue to do it here again halfway through the 4th.
6:48 to go. Gerber's going to roll right, look to throw, does so, no. Now he pulls it down, still looking to throw. Out in the flats, ball's going to be picked off. Down the left sideline, it's going to take it all the way down to the 20-yard line. Read it perfectly. Did River there, and there was nothing that you could do if you're the Tigers and Gerber there, Bill, because Brody Lothan came from the safety spot, just baited him, and Gerber put the ball on the flats, and it was picked off. Saves the touchdown, though, to Gerber as he makes the tackle from behind. And River will have the ball 1st down and 10 at their own, at the Tiger 22. They lead 28-14.
Yeah, good play there by Latham, as you said, Aaron. He just kind of baited Gerber into getting rid of that football. Gerber held on to it a little longer. I think he wanted to and tried to dump it in there late, but he kind of telegraphed it a little bit, and 8 saw it and was able to pick it off.
High snap. It's Isley keeping it on the right side. Now flips it out in the flat. That's going to be to Longwell, and he's going to scoot into the end zone. Touchdown, River. 22-yard touchdown pass on what would have been a broken play. Isley keeps it alive. Longwell just stood over on the right sideline. Gave Isley the option. Either he could have run it. When the defender came up, he threw it out in the flats, Bill, to Longwell. That's a nicely designed play, but it doesn't help when it's a broken play either. Defense is scattered, and that's a touchdown by River, 34-14. With the point after attempt pending.
Boy, that's a dagger there. That one really hurts for this Tiger football team, as that might be the one that just ices the cake for the River Pilots. But, man, a Tiger team that's really battled hard here tonight.
Hocott going to kick the extra point up and good. 35-14, 6:25 to go. We're going to step aside. Tigers trail by 21 when we come back.
Auto Plus understands what it's like to be a good neighbor, and it sure is nice to hear the sound of power equipment fill the air, see folks working under car and under the hood, and looking out for their neighbor. Auto Plus believes that if a town has enough people to roll up their sleeves, there just isn't much that can keep us down. Auto Plus is everything auto parts, but we do our share of pressure washers, generators, and hand sanitizer by the case. Let's face it, if the going gets tough, this is a pretty good place to be. Auto Plus, keeping the doors open in all the little river towns around the valley. As long as you roll up your sleeves, we'll have what you need.
You expect to be there for them all the way. So you expect to see world-class doctors close to home. Memorial Health System's new cancer center is now open in Belpre with comprehensive care. Plus, the area's only CyberKnife for non-invasive treatments. So you can expect a lot more joy together. Memorial Health System. Expect more.
Beautiful but warm night here on Friday, week number 2 of the high school football season. Marietta trails 35-14 in a game that's getting out of hand a little bit here in the second half. On that last possession, Marietta threw an interception, and then River, one play later, take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Marietta returns it from the 15, 20, 25, up to the 30, and out to the 39-yard line. And that's the mystery man. Number 28 for the Tigers on the return. Longwell on the tackle as with 6:17 to go. Tigers will look to try to put a scoring drive together here, Bill. It's, I feel like, similar to what we've seen throughout this game, a play here or there. And that's what you expect from a younger team, where the Tigers are a player here or there from this being a 7-point game or even maybe the lead.
Yeah, I think right now maybe even to try and avoid the long drive and just heave one up. See if you can't beat somebody over the top.
Gerber going to fake the give, going to be flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield. Gerber is going to be hit and dropped, a loss of 3. Seeing fatigue now come in to play, as with 6:04 to go, Marietta will have a 2nd down and 4, make it 5, and a 35-14 deficit. Marietta returns home next Friday night.
Yeah, next Friday night, returning home to Dondrum Stadium, where they'll take on Athens, the Athens Bulldogs, who...
Remember the thriller last year we called that one? Athens on the kickoff that almost went to the house
that
on
was a huge
laterals.
Game.
Tigers victorious last year in that. Gerber out of the shotgun, going to look to throw, heaves it across the middle, and it's almost picked off again at the 50-yard line, as his intended receiver was Durham. So bring up 3rd down at 14. Athens comes in next week, and Tigers, unless a miracle happens here with 35-14 lead with 5:59 to go, will turn their attention to an Athens team, as we mentioned, Bill, that they beat last week. And you mentioned a lot of positives tonight for the Tigers, but a lot of mistakes that you would see out of a young team. You mentioned in the pregame 9 sophomores, 1 freshman starting on this Tiger team. Gerber is one of those sophomores. It takes the waist-high snap on a 3rd down and 14, flushed out of the pocket. And he's just going to put it over here to the sideline, out of play, and avoid a sack. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 14 for the Tigers with 5:21 to go. This River team ran into a buzzsaw last week, and a Bel Air team that's very good. But I've been very impressed with the River's ability offensively to throw the football. They did a good job moving the pocket tonight for Isley, their quarterback, who has to have over 200 yards passing. After they didn't have 200 yards total, I don't think, last week at all. Gerber's going to put it down the left sideline, and that ball is going to be picked off. Down the right sideline, working his way into Tiger territory to the 30-yard line. That ball was intercepted and returned by Caleb Isley. Right on the mark, he makes the interception and returns it down the right sideline. And with 5:12 to go, it's 35-14, and the Tigers will turn it over. And Bill, that 35-14 doesn't quite feel like a 21-point game, but it obviously is, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, the scoreboard obviously is what it is. But it seems like it's a little more spread out right now than what it has been all night long. But maybe it's conditioning. Maybe I don't know what it is. But it's this Tiger team that really has had a hard time now just containing the defense containing the defense to get anything going offensively. And this offense now for the Pilots just moving the football at will.
Keep it on the right side. Does Laughlin, the ball carrier that time on the right side, picks up 4 on the play. And you saw the Tigers come out, down 7, drive all the way down the field to their 10-yard line, turn it over on downs. A couple plays later, you saw a Pilots score on a drive where Marietta had them on 3rd and long. Those are the things, as a coach, you replay in your head. You know, we're down by 7 and we get it inside the 10. You turn it over. And then you have them at 3rd and long and you get a penalty.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you look up and it's 35-14 with 4:30 to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and those are the struggles you're going to have, like you said, with a young football team.
Under center, a fullback give up the middle and a couple yards on the carry there. Do they have double number 4s? Because the ball carrier there at that time I thought was number 4, and that would be Isley, but he was under center. That was Kramer on the carry. 35-14. Stay tuned for the post game. We'll take a look at statistics, preview Athens. Also tomorrow morning, the high school football show. Chris and Tom will take you through area coaches, scores, and much more. 3:47 to go here, and a 3rd down and 2. River just looking to run this clock down with the old wishbone formation of the backfield with the 3 backs. Give up the middle. Tigers there at Met. Chavez and company in on the tackle, but I think they might have picked up a 1st down. No, it's going to bring up 4th down and short. This might give them an opportunity to try a field goal here, Bill. They have a good field goal kicker. They like him this year.
Yeah, it looks like that's quite possibly what they're going to do. Looks like there's some wholesale changes on that far side.
Zach Holcutt would be the field goal kicker, and they're trying to make a decision of what they want to do here. 3:09 to go, 35-14. Tigers trail. Again, have Athens coming for 3 straight home games for Marietta at Dondra.
Well, regardless of whatever they're going to do, they better do it quick because the play clock's down to 4 seconds now.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 1. You really don't have too much of an option here if you're a head coach and thrown down to the backfield for no gain on the play. Tigers will get the ball on the turnover on downs with 2:47 to go. But back to my point, Tigers will return home for 3 games at Don Drum Stadium. Then they'll go on the road for 3 games. Come home, final game of the season against Warren at Don Drum. The way it should be, Warren in the final game of the season.
That's right. That's the way it always was, right?
Marietta, again, we talked about last week in a new league. That'll be, we talked about the success of the programs. They're going to be in a league that is it's a large league, but they'll be able to play a lot of teams that they're playing right now. And with a young team, you just get better throughout the season, and then over the next few years, as Gerber's going to keep it on the right side, looks to throw, flips it out in the flats, passes incomplete out on this near side, and Light Fritz was the intended receiver on the play. We also mentioned earlier, 75 years for WMOA.
Yeah.
This year. First Tiger broadcast 1946 or 47. I think we have some clips of some of those games that they're going to be previewing throughout the weeks to come.
That's kind of cool.
Gerber out of the shotgun, 2nd down and 10. Is going to keep it on the left side. He works his way up near the 25-yard line. Tigers trail 35-14 here in this 4th quarter, 2:30 to go. Maybe one more play you'll see here from Marietta. If they don't pick up the 1st down, they'll have to punt the ball.
Yeah, clock running down inside of 2:20 here.
So, Bill, what do you build on going into week 3?
I think right now you just keep building on what you're doing right. I mean, obviously they're doing things right. It's a lot better football team tonight than what we saw last Friday night. So they're going in the right direction. This is just a very young team.
Davis, the carry up on this near side to the right, gets 1 on the play. 4th down and 9. Tigers are actually going to go for this. Of course they would. Durham's going to come up hobbling and come off the field.
But I do think, though, Aaron, like whoever gets this game tape tonight, you can bet your bottom dollar that the next few opponents of the Marietta Tigers are going to test them in the air. I can promise you that. I think if you go back to this week coming up and say where we're going to focus at, I think we've got to put a lot of focus into our defense and mainly in the secondary and trying to, try and do something up front. You got to mix things up a little bit up front, whether it's stunts, whether you're blitzing a few linebackers here and there, something, just change it up a little bit. You've got to get some pressure. Once you get pressure on Isley, the defense was playing well. Once we had pressure on them,
later in the game, you saw the pressure coming. So that's an adjustment that was made throughout the game, and something that actually that you can see the Tigers, you said, work on is, Coach Shope talked about in his pregame as they're working on a Tiger down here with a cramp, is in the pregame, River does an odd offense. They will jump into a wishbone, and then they will go 5 wide receivers
on one
side and run different patterns. And they did a really good job early tonight of game planning and running different routes just out of those 5 wide receivers. And then the Tigers would make an adjustment, and they would make an adjustment. It was a nice game plan by River early on because that's unconventional. You usually don't see 5 receivers on one side in empty formation. And Isley's throwing the ball nice tonight. So River, give them credit where credit's due with a good game plan tonight. 4th down and 9 for Marietta. Gerber's going to look to throw, and he fires it across the middle. Chavez in and out of his hands at the 34-yard line. So a turnover on downs. You'll probably see 2 knees, and this game will be over as River will take over on possession. 35-14 will more than likely be our final score tonight. Again, stay tuned in the post game. We'll have some statistics for you. We'll name the Big Drill player of the game. We'll also give our sack of the game. So all that's still coming up. Our thanks to the Tiger sponsors tonight: McDonald's of Marietta, People's Bank, Apex True Value, Pioneer Family Auto Group, Perry & Associates CPAs, Real Living, McCarthy Real Estate, Fry Dental Group, Memorial Health System, Merrill Lynch with the statistics, Stewart Photography, Prairie Farms Dairy, Marietta, Over the Moon Pizza, Auto Plus, Honest Fred's Flooring, and Warren's IGA. So there was one need that we thought we would see from the Pilots. And Bill, we'll go ahead and name the sack of the game tonight. Is we had a couple Chow had a couple big sacks, but we're going to go with number 11, Landon Schulteis tonight, the senior. 2 big sacks for the Tigers, and for his efforts tonight, Schulteis will be awarded a $10 gift card made possible by your hometown proud local IGA store. To sack that big grocery list and save money while they're doing it, Ken Brewer says, keep your grocery dollars local. It's Warren's Plaza IGA at the corner of Muskingum Drive and Colgate Drive. To sack your groceries with weekly specials. For the sack of the game, it'll be Landon Schulteis with a $10 gift card awarded. Good at Warren's Plaza IGA on Muskingum Drive. That's going to be the final knee. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back on the other side. Post-game festivities. We'll have the player of the game. We'll also take a look at the final statistics. Final score tonight, Tigers fall 35-14 here at River. You're listening to the voice of the Tigers.
For more than 100 years, we've become used to seeing the name Broughton Foods in this area. And now Prairie Farms Marietta brings a fresh new look and that same great taste. Prairie Farms Marietta keeps it simple. Dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk. We know you have many options at the grocery store. And in our world, trust and loyalty mean everything. If you're looking for the highest quality, safest dairy products and affordable options for your family, look no further than Prairie Farms Marietta.
Auto Plus understands what it's like to be a good neighbor, and it sure is nice to hear the sound of power equipment fill the air, see folks working under car and under the hood, and looking out for their neighbor. Auto Plus believes that if a town has enough people that roll up their sleeves, there just isn't much that can keep us down. Auto Plus is everything auto parts, but we do our share of pressure washers, generators, and hand sanitizer by the case. Let's face it, if the going gets tough, this is a pretty good place to be. Auto Plus, keeping the doors open in all the little river towns around the valley. As long as you roll up your sleeves, we'll have what you need.
Perry & Associates CPAs knows your business, and they know business taxes. They take the hassle out of your business accounting. Perry & Associates, where professional accountants are solving complex tax problems. They are distinctive in their services and dedicated to you paying the least amount of taxes legally possible. Call Perry & Associates today. With 5 convenient locations, in Marietta, Vienna, Cambridge, St. Clairsville, and Wheeling.
For the most part, at Reliving McCarthy Real Estate, we are looking forward, but sometimes it's nice to stop and reflect. That's right, turn off the phone, sit on the porch, and reminisce. You might be surprised how productive it makes the rest of your day. This is Steve McCarthy from Reliving McCarthy Real Estate. When the doors opened on this business in 1957, the average price of a new home was $12,000. Gas was 24 cents, and a Swanson TV dinner, 75 cents. Okay, enough of that. The point I want to make is, if you need a place with a good front porch to sit and think, I'd love to help you find it.
Back here in the postgame, Tiger football. Tigers fall tonight 35-14 in a game that saw a 21-14 first half. Tigers get the ball in the second half, drive it down all the way inside or down to their 10-yard line, have a drive stalled. Then you think defensively the Tigers have some things going, and then it is River on a third down and long, was able to get a Tiger penalty, and then all of a sudden you see a 28-14 game and then a tough touchdown at the end to make it 35-14. That's our final tonight. And again, our post-game statistics tonight are made possible by Merrill Lynch, member FINRA SIPC, located at 294 Front Street in downtown Marietta. As a successful local coach of youth sports for many years in Marietta, Bill Mannix knows good outcomes are a product of preparation, hard work, and execution. The same holds true for business. Call Kathy, Bill, David, and Sandra at 740-568-7860 to set up a solid planned path for your financial future. Bill, a final score tonight, 35-14. We don't have the unofficial statistics in time over here, but you and I can take a look. It was Isley with over 200 yards throwing the football tonight unofficially. I don't have his exact numbers, but he threw the ball very well for Marietta tonight. And so the Tigers, on the other side of the ball, you have up near 100 yards rushing Gerber for Marietta. Bartlett was up near 50 or 60 yards rushing for Marietta, and then Gerber had over 100 yards passing large. Kelly with 3 receptions for about 108 yards, and he's going to be our Fry Dental Group Big Drill Player of the Game. Our thanks to Fry Dental Group. That'll be to Lars Kelly, who did a great job receiving the football tonight. Again, 35-14 doesn't feel like it, but that is what the reality is. Tigers fall tonight. Bill, your final thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we talked off air there, Aaron, and at the break, that people probably think we're crazy when we, you know, you look at a score spread like we have, and we say, you know, it's literally 4 plays, but it really was. And the biggest play to me stood out is the end of the first possession of the second half, when the Tigers, you know, drove it all the way down and then ultimately turned it over on downs on the 10-yard line. That was the big play for me that really changed the outlooks of that second half a little bit. Gave the River Pilots a little bit of a burst that they needed there on that turnover, and then they were able to capitalize on it. You got to give them that. They were able to go down the field, score some touchdowns, score a couple more touchdowns, and spread that out a little bit. But I tell you what, if you're the Tigers right now, I think you got to be somewhat pleased with what you saw here tonight.
Yeah, very young team making progress. We talked about leaps that you make from week 1 to make week 2. It didn't result in a win tonight for the Tigers, but they made a little bit of a leap both offensively. Defensively, they started getting better. It was just one of those things we talked about. After you drive, stall, you have them third and long, a penalty kills you. And then another penalty later on. It's just those little things that the Tigers will have to get cleaned up, because Athens comes in town next week. We'll have that for you on the radio, of course, as Athens makes their way to Don Drum Stadium. Tigers will be home for 3 straight. If you haven't got an opportunity, make your way out to Don Drum Stadium and see these Tigers. Bring your radio along with you or download the app. Of course, you can listen. Bill, final thoughts tonight as we get out of here.
Final thoughts, I tell you what, Aaron, obviously you hate to go home. You hate to go home with a loss anytime, but you have to come away from this one and see what you've done and better from last week. This is definitely a Tiger football team who has improved week to week. That's what you want to see, especially with a young team. A lot of sophomores, some juniors. You got to get reps in, and you got to get those live reps in on a Friday night before the game really slows down for you. It's a whole different beast, from middle school football to freshman football to varsity. The game it's a whole different speed. It's an adjustment period. The kids are starting to adjust to it a little bit. But I think you're starting to see the confidence now. The team knows they can play football with a lot of these teams. They can score the football. And even, from a coaching standpoint, the coaches now see one more weekend what we have, where we need to put our guys at to put them in the best situation to come away with a win. And next week against Athens, it might be a pretty good opportunity for them to maybe get a W on that board for this season to propel themselves into midseason. And you never know what can happen from here.
Just continue to get better. Tigers fall tonight, 35-14. Again, next week we'll have Athens, 6:45 pregame. You can listen on AM 1490, FM 101.3. You can download the WMOA app, and also we'll have the video stream on the WMOA Facebook, also on YouTube. So thanks to Bill Parks, my broadcast partner, Derek Jones back at the studio, taking good care of us all night tonight. A final score for a final time tonight from River High School. The Tigers fall 35-14. Until we talk to you again next week, have a great weekend, everyone.
You've been listening to Marietta Tigers football right here on WMOA, AM 1490 and FM 101.3, the voice of the Marietta Tigers. Tonight's game was brought to you by Real Living McCarthy Real Estate, Prairie Farms Dairy, Honest Fred's Flooring, The Fry Dental Group, Auto Plus, Perry and Associates CPAs, Over the Moon Pub and Pizza, the Pioneer Family Auto Group, Apex True Value Hardware, the Memorial Health System, People's Bank, and McDonald's. We will now return you to regularly scheduled programming.
Trouble if you left me now, 'cause I don't know where to look for love. I just don't know how. Oh, girl, how I depend on you to give me love when I need it. Right on time, you would always be. All my friends call me a fool. They say, let the woman take care of you. So I try to be hip, think like the crowd. But even the crowd can't help me now. Tell me, what am I gonna do? I know I've got a guilty face. Girl, I feel so out of place. Ooh, yeah. I don't know where to go, who to see. All my friends call me a fool. They say, let the woman take care of you. But girl, I guess I better go. I can save myself a lot of useless tears. Girl, I've got to get away from here. Oh, girl, pain will double if you leave me now. 'Cause I don't know where to look for love. I don't know how. Therapy on There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Every time we stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and carrying signs. Mostly say hooray for our side. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and take you away. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. Now, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. Children, what's that sound?
The sandy-haired son of Hollywood lost his faith in all that's good. Closed the curtain, unplugged the clock, hung his clothes on the shower rod, but he never got undressed. And no, he never